assuming you're not the one that's gonna be saying stuff like.
Because I don't
Yeah,
really.
Trent swears he don't say
Because I
nothing
don't.
wrong. He don't
Because
be
usually when the arguments happen, it's not really me that's starting it.
It is you.
Liar.
That's not true.
Why are
That's
you
not true
lying,
at all.
Trent? Why are you a liar?
Liar is
You are a nasty individual.
it really
as well.
starts with you,
Who?
Santiago. You.
Santiago
No, it
was
don't.
crazy.
Yeah.
It really don't. It don't really start with me. It's not my fault that charge is wrong. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so you and Trent are just on opposite sides of the spectrum. Y'all swear y'all both wrong. Y'all both right all the time, and y'all swear like, what's it called? Y'all don't be instigating.
Oh no,
I
I
don't
for sure
instigate like
be
that.
instigate.
Yeah,
I for sure.
Dub is Dub is the definition of instigator.
I for
Dub
sure
is
instigate. I
yeah.
will not say I don't instigate.
Yeah, I instigate when like Brandon Cats and stuff like that pull up. That shit funny.
When Brandon be pulling up,
When Brandon be pulling up, just chaos ensues. Like I remember the one
G-Baby be
episode I
getting
wasn't
so
here. It looked like a
mad.
Y'all be
full-fledged
1v12
riot.
with him. He still be thugging it out.
Facts. And it'd be the most hilarious thing to watch. But I want to see. Actually, you know what I do want to talk about first? Have y'all seen Joe Montana? How he talked about him and Steve Young competing for the quarterback job and the quarterback position, and him saying that I didn't want to help him out. I didn't give him no advice. I didn't want him to succeed. I was competing with him. You know, you guys have you guys seen that?
I never saw.
I haven't seen it, but what's the problem with it?
I'm not surprised though. Like,
So my thing is,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Montana gets all this love for being one of the greatest players of all time,
Mm-hmm.
but Aaron Rodgers, what does he always get criticized of? Things like that. But Joe Montana doesn't.
I see what you're doing,
I mean, I'm not
but
gonna.
it's kind of different. It's kind of different if Joe Montana was going up to Jerry Rice and whoever the crap else he was throwing to, and was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna work with you to get better on this timing. Yeah, really don't care how you feel. Just get it together." Like if Joe Montana was doing that to his receivers, but like a bunch of quarterbacks like Joe,
I'm gonna keep it
like
a bean.
Peyton wasn't trying to like be buddy
But
with his backup.
I
Like
don't even
Big
think
Ben
that-
wasn't doing it either.
But I'm gonna keep it a bean. I didn't really hear people talking about Aaron Rodgers for real like that, but like the criticism about him as a quarterback and helping people out since like when the incident happened last year. Like before that, I didn't really hear nobody really talk about like him like not showing up with teammates and mini camps and all that stuff. That the main thing that happened last year is that he didn't really show up for real, not doing stuff after practice and stuff. That's the only time I ever heard it. So I mean,
my whole thing is with the allure of Joe Montana, it just seems as if, and mainly because there's time and people just don't pay attention, is like a bunch of the older generation be doing the same thing the newer generation does, but for some reason it's worse when the newer generation does it. Doesn't make sense to me.
you know what, Dub? You know why, bro? You know why? Like, bro, that's just what it is. That's just the game of what it is. People let stuff slide. People let stuff slide when they grew up on it, but when it's the newer generation that do it, it's a problem.
But you know what? I've begun to realize that's really just that's like an 80s and 90s thing, bro.
Yeah, it's not a 2000s thing or a 20 like it's only 80s and 90s.
It's not a 2000s thing. I don't even think it's. Maybe we could say it's a 70s thing, but they're all almost done.
But yeah.
Well, I feel like the people in the 90s had people in the 60s and 70s not letting them slide with the stuff they was doing. And what's it called? The people in the 80s and 90s were calling them people old heads and stuff. Like, man, y'all old heads. Like, I'm pretty sure what's it called? When the triangle offense came in and all that stuff, maybe some people who were used to, dribbling to the left with your right hand were probably like, what are you doing crossing over and using two hands? Like, they're going to trip regardless. They're going to think that they still, I mean, there's people probably back then that still think Bill Russell's the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just happens. We going to be one of them too. We going to be one of them when you want to know why? You want to know why I think we are? Because I guarantee you in like 10, 12 years, we done got kids and they about to, hit their little preteen, teenager stage. Some some little kid, I don't know. Let's just say another coming of LaMelo Ball come up, but he actually hooping. He actually the next coming of Steph. There's gonna be people saying he better.
We would join them in the no, bro. I
so.
like, and I don't agree with that. I think, especially like, bro, we got so many people even today saying, yeah, Victor Wembanyama is going to be one of them ones to be like the greatest players of all time. Like, and this is a thing mainly, I think, from 2000s and on, because I don't see a lot of the 2000s people really crapping on today's generation. Let's say CJ Stroud, right? CJ Stroud or Caleb Williams, as they start coming in, balling out, people are going to give them tons of love as well.
They'll give them love, but like if somebody comes up and here tells you, hey man, that Caleb Williams, hey, he better than Peyton Manning. We're gonna be like,
yes, that's fine. We're saying Patrick Mahomes is better than Peyton Manning.
I mean,
we're saying Patrick Mahomes is better than everybody.
Okay, but Patrick Mahomes is doing
something we ain't never seen before.
If Caleb Williams just comes in and is Justin Herbert or Josh Allen, you're not gonna say he's better than Peyton Manning.
But that's what are you talking about? Ain't nobody years down the road is gonna be like, oh, if somebody's on the tier of like a Josh Allen, that he's better than this guy. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
But that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be younger kids trying to push that, and we're gonna be like, no, you're crazy. I think that's just the natural as we get older. Trust me, like as we get older, we're gonna look at some of these younger kids when we hit our 30s and 40s. We're gonna look at some of these younger kids try to say certain players are better than the ones we grew up with.
But I disagree because I see 30 or 40 years old not having the same nostalgia.
I didn't say everybody was going to do it, but a general consensus of us
put like this.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But G Baby's point is, I think what you're saying is true.
It's so funny.
I think y'all both are right.
We grew up in the 2000s. We grew up in the 2010s mainly, right?
Yeah.
We crap on the 2010s era like that. It's mainly basketball, like it was trash.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are we even talking about?
Wait, what? Who craps on of basketball?
The early 2010s was trash.
Oh, the early 2010s? I mean, how early are you talking? Like 2010, 2011?
So 2020 all the way to like 2016, 2015.
It was trash?
Yes.
Oh, that's news to me. That's news to me. That's news to me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, I think y'all both
that's news to me.
I think y'all both are making the same points because I think y'all both making good points because with G Baby, there are some people who still gonna have that nostalgia effect. And then also Dub, there's gonna be also people that's gonna be like when we get older, our age, that's still gonna be objective. Like we had some remember last year, I remember couple old heads came up here. We used to let people up here saying that John Elway's top 5 and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, like
and Michael Vick was top 5
and they 40 years old going on whatever. So I feel like we gonna have because right now us hitting our 40s about 15, 16, 17 years away.
No, this
in 15, 16, 17 years.
I think we're more open to the idea.
We are
that guys are gonna be better.
Yeah, but like to G Baby's.
So I don't see us maybe at times. I don't see us looking at.
We're more open, but it's not.
What you mean?
We're more open. Yes, I don't disagree with that. But it's not.
You know
what?
You're right because you're right. You're right because you know why? Because I know y'all gonna still. You know what? You're right. Mainly for football, probably not for basketball, but for football, because the Josh Gordon era is like one of the most overrated eras I've ever seen. Like, if people are so infatuated with Josh Gordon, it's insane to me.
Nah, you think Josh Gordon's overrated?
Nah,
y'all act like this dude was like the second coming of Jesus Christ or the second coming of Jerry Rice. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
We not saying that. He's just definition.
That's how.
No, it's not that. Josh Gordon gets a lot of love because he's the definition of a player that if he just had his act right, he really could have been one of the ones. That's
but
he could have been.
You said AJ Green wasn't better than Josh Gordon.
In that 1 year, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. I genuinely don't think so.
And that's why. I'm saying. So. That's why I say he's clearly overrated. Are you guys drunk?
If Josh Gordon wouldn't have had the issues with getting suspended and all that time,
you know what he was
not gonna hold.
He was just born into the right.
He was
in the wrong era. He was in the wrong era.
Projection, bro. If Josh Gordon, obviously he's not gonna get 1,600 every year. But mind you, he was doing this on the Browns with who has their quarterback.
Who the hell did AJ Green? I mean, who the hell did AJ Green have?
Andy Dalton.
You better shut up.
Man.
Nah,
He
I'm not
made
gonna
his
lie.
career. He made his career, bro.
Andy
You better
Dalton,
cut that
the
out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie.
It's better
Having
than
Jason
every
Campbell
quarterback
and
Josh
Brandon
Gordon
Weeden-
had,
He
bro.
baby.
Having
He baby.
Jason Campbell and Brandon Weeden and going for almost
Come
1,800
on,
yards.
gang.
Bro.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
Andy
Why
Dalton
do you
clears
think?
these guys, man.
Why do you
Come
think
on.
Why do you think Andy Dalton is perceived to be good? And let's not act as if
Wait,
AJ Green didn't have 1,400 yards as well.
We're having revisionist history. Andy Dalton was not that bad when he came in the league.
Yeah, because of AJ Green, bro.
You saying AJ Green made him?
Yes.
That's what you jacking.
Underthrown balls, contested
I don't
catches.
know.
AJ Green was saving that trash man.
Who do you think Andy Dalton? I think you're too stuck on New Orleans Saints Andy Dalton. Who do you think Cincy Andy
New
Dalton
Orleans
was?
Saints. Andy Dalton was trash, a turnover machine. What the hell are we talking about?
On the Saints, fine, but on the Bengals, he was not.
On the
trash.
Bengals, yes, he was.
He was trash.
He was not trash.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna
This
make
is why I
sure.
say y'all are
Revisionist history.
no. This is why I'm saying AJ Green literally bailed him out time and time again, and y'all sit here and y'all allow AJ Green bailing him out every single year for him to be classified as a good receiver. Good quarterback. Shut the hell up with that nonsense.
But the thing is, though,
bringing
on Andy Dalton is kind of irrelevant because Josh Gordon played with Jason Campbell and Brandon Weeden.
No, my point is, that's not what I'm saying.
So
I said you talked about the bad quarterback play of Josh Gordon. I'm saying Andy Dalton is
It's not on the same level on Brandon Weeden and Jason
I'm not
Campbell.
hearing this nonsense, bro.
It's all on the same level of
But again, it's trash is trash. Trash is trash to me, bro.
No, it's not.
Trash is trash, bro. Trash is trash. We're having mid-offs, bro. And if you go back and watch Josh Gordon, bro, y'all piss me off with this nonsense because he was a speed demon. That's where he made a bunch of his bread off. That's fine. Josh Gordon, tough. But
You like speed demons, though.
no. Josh Gordon was a speed demon. Deep ball, he's burning his receiver. After the catch, he's burning his cornerback. But in terms, no, AJ Green had way better hands than him, bro. Cut that nonsense out.
Did I say that?
He didn't have phenomenal hands. He didn't have phenomenal hands.
Josh Gordon had great hands.
His hands was good. It wasn't great.
And you want to talk about? Oh wait, time out. And you want to talk about underthrows and pathetic? Nigga, that's Josh Gordon the whole year. That's what he was doing.
Nah, I promise you it wasn't.
Bro, there's no way. I'm not gonna lie,
catches?
there's no way Dub is trying to come up here and cape that Jason Campbell and Brandon Weeden were better quarterbacks.
Bro. Who's saying that? Who's saying that?
You clearly.
I didn't say they were better. Who said they were better? I didn't say they were better.
I'm looking at his stats. He threw for 3,000 plus every year until he had that 1 year in Dallas where he only threw 2,000. And I think every year he threw touchdowns. He had 20 plus except for 2016. Yeah, like I'm just looking at this from the stats.
Of course, when you're playing all those games, you're gonna get 3,000 yards. I'm not gonna lie, especially when you have AJ Green, who's giving you a K to 1,400 to 1,200 of them. The hell are we talking about? AJ Green was carrying the Bengals. Like, what the hell are we doing?
AJ Green was carrying the Bengals.
That's crazy.
AJ Green was phenomenal. He was elite.
He was a way better route runner, better contested catch, better.
Yes.
Josh,
What are you talking about, buddy? What are you?
Yes. Josh Gordon didn't run routes like that. Stop lying to people.
He was better than AJ Green.
No, it wasn't. You're lying. That's how I know y'all didn't even watch Josh Gordon like that, bro. This is Josh Gordon. He's boom, boom. That's Josh Gordon, bro. But he wasn't routing nobody. Cut that nonsense out.
Just because he's super fast don't mean
No, look, you can watch the R22. You put AJ Green on and you put Josh.
AJ Green.
No, you didn't, you liar.
AJ Green ain't running around like
Don't put AJ Green and put Josh Gordon. And I promise you, AJ Green route running, bro. Josh Gordon didn't even run routes like that, bro.
Nigga talking about AJ Green route.
Y'all lying about him.
That's crazy. You're preaching about AJ Green route runner right now. That's crazy.
Josh Gordon, AJ. Oh, and this is why I say
y'all
don't. This is why I say y'all overrating Josh Gordon and y'all underrate AJ Green. AJ Green was really one of the ones. He was really one of the ones in his time.
Oh, we know that though. So, but the point is, again, me and G Baby was saying if Josh Gordon didn't get weeded out the league, he would have been one of the ones too.
He just,
he would have been.
That was how it originally started.
But my point with Josh Gordon is
Like saying that Josh Gordon was overrated is just
no. He clearly was because I don't think he was on the level of AJ Green at all. He would never be.
If Josh was a good runner,
Would
he
never
would
be.
make a comeback.
Would never.
What?
Be. Not even on his best
Oh
day.
my god!
Not even on his best day.
That's disgusting.
On his best, that one
Wait, what you
season
saying?
of Josh Gordon is better than any AJ Green season. So what are you
And see, and that's why you're
I
overrating him.
agree.
That's why you're overrating him. That's why you're overrating him.
How are we overrating?
That right there. That right there is the reason you are overrating him.
The fact, hold on, real quick. The fact that you said Josh Gordon was a good route runner, he would be able to make a comeback. You sound dumb as hell. We all know
Josh Gordon was not a good route runner, bro.
Bro, so you mean to tell me somebody with Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon had 1,600 yards and 9 tutties?
Who's saying he's trash?
No. You're not letting me finish. You mean to tell me that season ain't better than any AJ Green season? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no. You can have a better year. You
said
you
Josh
can have a
Gordon
better
would never
year and not be a better player.
You said Josh Gordon would never be better than AJ Green
Yes.
on his best day. Josh Gordon on his best was definitely better than AJ Green.
You should have a better season. You can have a better season and not a better player.
He was a better player.
No, he wasn't.
Not just helping. Yes, it was.
G baby, you're the main guy that talk about. Let's not just do the numbers. Let's not just do the numbers.
We told you why he was better. You didn't want to listen to that either.
No, because y'all don't know y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But that's y'all don't know what y'all talking about with Josh Gordon, and I can tell y'all don't because Josh Gordon wasn't this great route runner. He didn't have these. He wasn't. He didn't even have crazy hands. He didn't have crazy hands like that, and y'all don't know what y'all talking about. If you have coming to that conclusion, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's no way.
So Josh Gordon didn't have great hands.
AJ Green cleared him in hands, cleared him in route running, cleared him in.
Stop saying that.
Y'all need to stop this nonsense.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Put the tape. 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 Put the tape.
We can watch it tomorrow.
Put the tape. Put the tape.
We can watch it tomorrow.
Put the tape.
Already done it.
Put the tape.
We've already seen the tape. We already.
I guess we need to do it again.
We're not going to agree to this.
We're not going to agree to this.
We had the same argument last year. We're not going to agree.
We didn't even watch them.
I swear to God, we did. We had the same argument in the Discord.
No, we weren't watching.
Hey, then maybe Dub wasn't there for that thing.
No, we weren't watching. We were watching.
Oh my God. We literally just went on YouTube because we were arguing in the Discord for hours. So we just put up the YouTube tape, watching Josh Gordon season, and we watched one of AJ Green's best seasons. We did do that. Yes.
What? We did do that.
We did that last year.
And AJ Green was better.
No, he wasn't.
We all agreed to disagree. So I don't know why you bringing it back.
Because y'all gas up. Y'all gas up the run after catch. Y'all gas up the run after catch. Y'all gas up the run after catch and the deep ball, bro.
Gassed up the run after catch
because he did not have crazy hands like that. You're a liar, bro.
How we gassed? He was one.
You're a liar.
How are we gassing up his run after the catch? Are you dumb?
No, you're gassing those up to propel him to be better than AJ Green. Because AJ Green, in terms of route running, he's bro.
No,
cut that nonsense out.
Stop talking about AJ Green's route running like he was like that. He wasn't no route technician.
He was my point is,
if anything, you're having a
liar.
Route running.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
What you mean? You act like AJ Green was some route technician.
You're a liar.
If AJ Green was some route technician, he'd be top 3 in the 2010s.
You're a liar. And he was top 3, top 5.
No, he was not. He never was top 3. Never.
Okay,
and the only reason, but the only reason, the only reason he wouldn't be in that combo is because there was a lot of people in his time at that time.
Dub. You said he was top 3. What year?
Never was top 3 in 2010.
What year?
I said top 3. I said top 3 to top 5.
I don't care. What year? What year?
What was this year he dropped 1400? Like 2013?
He was never top 3.
2013? All right, we can go to 2013.
Huncho, we know that. We know he was never better than a D-Hop, Julio, or AB. Never better than Calvin. Never better than Odell. We know that. That's already 5.
Yeah, but those are just tough, bro.
We know that. So
like that's a crazy. But even then, if he's not better than those guys, it's not an indictment on him.
But don't say he was.
But don't say he is one then. Don't say he was top 3, top 5 if he's not.
No,
don't say he was top 3, top 5.
No. Trent acted as if him not being top 5 was an indictment on him.
No, but you trying to. But I said if he would. No, this is what I
said. If he was a route runner, he would be top 3.
2013.
Yes. If he was this route runner like you said he was, he would be top 3.
I'm not saying he's. I'm not. Who's saying he's a world class route runner? Who's saying that?
What?
Dub. You know what I'm saying? 2013. 2013. All right, we can go to 2013. 2013. 2013. All right, we can go to 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013. 2013 Hey, Doug,
Who's saying he's a world-class route runner?
Maybe you trying to make it seem like
It's just Josh Gordon ain't fucking like that. That's why I'm saying it.
Josh Gordon's not like
Hey,
route
Trent,
running? You better stop lying,
Trent,
bro.
you know what's crazy? Trent, you know what's crazy? The year that Dub said where AJ Green got 1,400, even in that year, guess who was better?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon! What do you
No,
mean?
he wasn't.
What do
No,
you
he
mean?
wasn't.
Antonio Brown, Calvin Johnson, Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas was never better than AJ Green. You better shut your mouth.
Oh my God!
Oh, brother.
What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? No way! No way you're saying Demaryius was better than him.
Yes, I'm saying.
Oh my God!
Yes, I am.
That's some lies.
Hey, was AJ Green better than Andre Johnson?
Sad. Nobody in life
Andre was
ever
one of the
argued
ones.
that AJ Green was top 2. Nobody ever argued that in their life. Nobody ever
Nah,
argued
top
that
two.
in their life.
Top two is great because there was a lot of talent in that league. So
Please,
at that
stop.
time,
Top 2 is that's glazing.
So Trent, was AJ Green better than Andre Johnson?
Hell no.
but Andre,
Wait, I got more names.
Andre one of them ones though. Andre one of them ones though.
Okay, that's fine. Was AJ Green better than Deshaun Jackson?
Yes.
Yes. Clearly.
I'm asking names.
Clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
Brandon Marshall.
Yes.
No.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Actually,
Brandon Marshall's a better version of AJ Green.
Yes, he was better than him.
No, he
Cut
was
that
not.
nonsense out, bro.
Stop.
You better stop capping,
He's
bro.
better than B. Marsh. Stop. He's not better.
No,
than
you
B.
better
Marsh.
stop lying, bro.
I
You
might
gotta
take
stop
Jimmy
lying, bro.
Graham at receiver before I take AJ Green for real.
Yeah, and y'all some lies,
that's
bro.
disgusting.
Y'all some lies.
2010s for real? Yeah, he's not. Yeah. I don't think AJ. If we talking about especially 2010s as a whole, me personally, I say Calvin.
He wasn't better than
AD,
Julio.
Odell.
No.
Andre, Michael Thomas. Oh.
No, he was not better than Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas was in the later
I'm saying
part.
like as a whole in the 2010s.
Whole in 2010s.
Brandon Marshall.
If you think about it now, I think AJ Green I think he's top 10, but I don't think he like.
Nah, bro. When you got a dude like this, he's bailing this man out every game. This man AJ Green is bailing him out every single game.
Josh Gordon. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Josh Gordon was bailing out. Brandon Reed and Jason Campbell, and you don't care about it.
Huh?
You want to talk about bailouts? Josh Gordon was bailing out. No, do you know who Jason Campbell is?
Bro.
Do you know who Jason Campbell is? How bad the quarterbacks were?
No. He's trash. Josh Gordon, but bro, at the end of the day, is not to the level.
But bro, you bringing up the carrying argument. Oh, he's carrying every game. Josh Gordon playing with Brandon Whedon, Jason Campbell.
See, and that's why I said. That's why. See, this is why you're a casual, bro. This is why you're a casual. Bailing out in cases is when you are sitting here and you throw the ball up and it's literally, bro. No, that's not true. You're lying to say that.
So Trent, I guess Brandon Whedon and Jason Campbell was just throwing dots all year. I don't know. I guess they was just throwing mean dots all year.
That was so funny.
Wasn't throwing passes and wasn't throwing bad balls. No, because these quarterbacks were just so good. They weren't throwing bad balls. Wasn't underthrowing passes. No, apparently.
We're talking about the way they're getting it, because we're talking about bailing out. A lot of the times, Josh Gordon is catching these in stride, and I'm watching it right now as we're speaking. AJ Green had to break up his route to sit here and go back to catch it on double coverage. That's something. You're a liar saying it happened a couple times. You're a lie. 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 I'm watching Josh Gordon. I'm watching Josh Gordon career highlights on the Browns right now, and he ain't not one thing like he got one right now. Actually, as I'm talking.
Yeah, shut up.
He literally just got one. But that's 3 minutes in. Majority of them was in stride. He didn't have two people on him, bro.
So with that being said, also too, one thing because I'm pretty sure when you looked up AJ Green, you didn't look up 1 year, and clearly AJ Green had a much larger sample size to catch some of them underthrown balls that Josh Gordon did, because he had multiple seasons as opposed to one with Josh Gordon. Second thing. So, with all this being said,
no, I watched 1 year highlights.
So clearly, what's it called?
I watched 1 year.
Okay,
so 1 year for AJ Green.
So clearly, with what you're saying, because AJ Green had to come back for a lot of balls, and
we're talking about.
Hold up. So because AJ Green had to bail out his quarterback more because he had a lot more underthrown balls and a lot more bad balls than apparently Josh Gordon did. Are you saying that in that year, Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon were better than Andy Dalton?
Oh, Andy Dalton's so overrated. I'm saying they're all
Is it
trash.
yes or no question?
I'm saying they're all trash.
Who was
I'm
better?
saying they're all trash.
Who was better?
They're all trash.
Who was better?
They're all trash.
Who was better?
They're all trash.
If you
Who was better?
if you generally believe that Jason Campbell and Brandon Williams are like basically in the same tier of trash with Andy Dalton, you're casual. Point blank.
No, you're casual for assuming.
No.
Stop.
If you really
Because
think Andy
the
Dalton
issue
is
is-
the same tier of trash,
The issue I have with you, Trent. The issue I have with you, Trent. This is what pisses me off about you, sir. Because you were saying because you don't know how to analyze the game. Because I sit here and told you about I sit here and told you about Gardner Minshew. I told you, and let me tell you why, sir. Because I told you about Gardner Minshew, and I even told you about Ryan Tannehill. And despite them appearing to be better because of their scenario, and Gardner Minshew not appearing to be good because of scenario, I told you Ryan Tannehill was trash despite him being on that good crew. Gardner Minshew was good despite him not having the opportunity. The fact that you can't sit here and analyze that AJ Green was saving this man year in and year out because it was
okay. And this is where
AJ Green was stop bailing him out year in and year out. That's what AJ Green was doing for him, right?
Okay, go ahead. Are you done now? So this is where I call you doing I call glazeritis because you're glazing AJ Brown.
No, that's what the tip is showing me. That's what it's showing me.
Let me finish.
I'm not glazing. If my eyes see it, the eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie.
Let me finish. First off, you sit up and try to bring up Andy Dalton, this and that. We are comparing him to Brandon Whedon and Jason Campbell. You don't even know who Jason Campbell is. Jason Campbell was terrible in the league. He was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
Trent.
At least Andy.
What's
Dalton.
more important?
Yeah.
What's more important? No, real question. What's more important? What's more important?
Let me finish.
What's more important? Delivery of the ball or the name of the players? What's more important? No. What's more important?
Oh, God.
The delivery.
You said a big ass. Let me finish.
What's more important?
Let me finish. The fact that you just even try to compare Andy Dalton to Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon, you didn't watch them two play. Point blank simple. Maybe you're just undervaluing Andy Dalton because again, Andy Dalton on the Bengals was not that bad. I'm not saying he was top tier. I'm not even saying he's good. He was above average. These quarterbacks with Josh Gordon playing for that 1 year
Way below average.
water.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Trent. What's more important, delivery of the ball or the names?
Delivery of the ball, but they both suck.
Okay. So no. So Trent, when you sit here and we watch 2014 or 2013 Josh Gordon and AJ Green, we could watch this. Andy Dalton had more times not delivering the ball properly than those other quarterbacks.
So therefore, you're saying they're better than Andy Dalton.
I'm saying it's trash. It's trash. My point is, this is why I say this. No. But G baby, perception.
Perception, dog.
Wait, perception is key here. Perception is key because you're perceiving this because he had a guy in AJ Green bailing him out. But I guarantee you, if he was on that Browns crew, he would have been washed out the lead just the same as those other guys, bro.
You think Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon would have came in and did the same
Andy
Dalton? Yes or no?
They would have done the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
The same thing with AJ Green.
That's
you being dumb. That's just you being.
I guess.
No, because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't know. Andy Dalton was a pick maniac, especially in the beginning of his career. You're just lying. You're lying, Trent. You're lying about Andy Dalton. You don't know. You don't know what Andy Dalton was. You don't know the turnover player that he was. You don't know what the hell he was doing. I watched.
Who Jason Campbell is?
They're all trash, Trent. They're all trash. They're all trash. Don't act like you watched it a lot either. You just know the name. So shut up.
I know Jason
Shut
Campbell
up.
from the Redskins.
So shut up.
I know who Jason
So
Campbell
shut
is.
up. You don't know them like that. You don't know them like that. You don't know them like that. And I'm telling you, watch Andy Dalton, especially in the beginning of his career. He was about to get kicked off the Bengals because of how bad he was. Stop lying, bro.
What did you say? That's not even true, dumbass.
Yeah, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
What are
Go
you
ahead.
saying?
See, baby, what's the next? Talk about the surprises. You sound stupid, Trent. You sound stupid, bro.
I sound stupid?
Yes.
You sound dumb as heck. He was about to be off the Bengal squad. Are you dumb?
Andy Dalton was terrible in the beginning of his career.
So
Terrible.
what year was he going to be off the Bengals?
He
What
started-
year was he going to be off the Bengals?
In his first 3-4 seasons of his
In his
career.
first 3-4 seasons, he was offensive rookie of the year, or he was second in offensive rookie of the year. And two
Bama,
Pro Bowls.
Bama, talk to me.
No, stop.
Bama, talk to me. Because I know you know.
No, don't go
Bama,
to
talk
Bama.
to me.
No.
I know you talk. Bama, talk to me because I know you know. I know you know. These youngins don't know nothing.
Do not go to Bama.
What happened? What happened?
Let me ask you this. No. Let me tell Bama. No. I want to tell Bama this. I want to tell Bama this. Let me tell Bama this.
Do not go
Let
to
me
Bama.
tell you. Let me tell Bama this. Let me tell Bama this.
No, don't
Let me
go to
tell
Bama
Bama
yet.
this.
Don't
Let
go
me
to
tell
Bama.
Bama this.
Nah, let G-Baby finish
Hey,
because you about to get
hey,
fraud. Let G-Baby
hold
finish.
on.
No, hold up, Bama.
Hold on. This is talking to a mess. Hold on.
Before
You
y'all
just
go.
said, Dub, you just said in the first 4 seasons, Andy Dalton was about to get kicked off the team. Yet in his first 4 seasons, he was second in offensive rookie of the year and made 2 Pro Bowls. I don't know any team that's kicking off a 2-time Pro Bowler in the
And you better not say nothing about the Pro Bowls because you just came for Jadeveon Clowney. So you better not say nothing about the Pro Bowls
What the
either.
fuck that means? Shut up,
You better not say nothing
Trent.
about the Pro Bowls either.
Shut up,
You
Trent.
better not say nothing
Shut
about
up.
the Pro Bowls either.
Shut up,
Now what
Trent.
you mean?
We're
Now,
talking about
wait,
two
nah,
different
what you
things.
mean?
You're talking about two
No,
different things.
don't bring-
You're
I
talking
just
about
said
two
you better
different
not
things.
say Pro Bowls.
You're
So
talking
how
about
better
two
not
different
Pro
things.
Bowls?
So then
Bama,
how was a quarterback? How was
Bama,
a quarterback
Bama,
who got 2 Pro
Bama,
Bowls in the offensive
Bama.
career?
Because that's what people do. They don't care.
Are you
That's what
stupid? How?
they did not.
How?
Bama. Answer me this. Answer me this. And in the beginning of Andy Dalton's career, Bama, wasn't he trash?
In the beginning of his career,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to say he was trash. Like
Hey, Bama, was he better than Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon?
Jason Campbell's an asterisk. Like
No, on Cleveland.
Oh, Jason Campbell on Cleveland?
Yes. Because this is the time frame we're talking about. Was Andy Dalton not way better than Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon in Cleveland?
Before the season, yes. So hear me out.
What years? He was trash. Go ahead.
No, but Andy Dalton wasn't really trash until like he had like a 3-4 consecutive spurt, like where it was like, all right, bro, like my nigga, come on with it, Andy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
2018, 2019, then he got to Dallas in 2020. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not the time we're talking about.
Yeah, not the time.
Wait.
I'm saying that's when he became the notion of trash. Because what Dub is talking about, no, hear me out though. What Dub is talking about though is like when you see Andy, you gotta remember he played with AJ Green. So like a lot of people could see it's like, bro, he like really a merchant of AJ Green. You know what I mean? Like, but his numbers was, I mean, I feel like this, bro. To be like they still the best quarterbacks of the world. So it's like, my nigga, they not just finna be like.
But we're comparing them amongst the other best.
Trent loves a TD interception ratio. He threw 30 TDs and 20 picks, 27 and 16 picks, 19 and 17. No, you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
No, bro, you said it was the same tier of trash.
They're all trash. Yes, you are missing the point.
It's just you being a bot.
Because Andy Dalton, in the beginning of his career, bro, I remember people were infuriated with how he was playing. He was terrible.
Josh Gordon playing with Brandon Whedon and Jason Campbell.
My point is, Trent, with you, is the fact that Andy Dalton didn't look as worse as those guys is because he had a guy who kept bailing him out in AJ Green. You're fucking lying.
It's not true. Jason Campbell was trash his whole career. He was trash even the rest with Clinton Portis. He sucked. He was trash his whole career.
Hey, Trent.
I would say he was trash.
Wait, Bama and Trent. Dub just tried to hit you with the touchdown interception ratio. So I have both of them. Brandon Whedon in the 6 games I believe he played for Cleveland, 52% completion, 9-9. Now let's go to Jason Campbell in the 7 games he played for Cleveland that same season. 56%, 11 touchdowns, 8 picks. So in combined, it was 20 touchdowns to 17 interceptions combined between the two quarterbacks.
Terrible.
Andy Dalton had a 19 and 17.
What year?
Yeah.
What year?
2014.
19 and 17.
Jesus Christ, so it's trash. They're both trash. You sound dumb. You just cooked yourself.
And he also had a 25 and 7 year.
How?
He also had a 25 and 7 year. You know that, right?
Wait,
Too?
wait.
Better than
What year are
anything
we
Jason
talking
Campbell
about?
ever had.
Literally,
He also
in
had-
the
yes,
year.
he-
Wait, in the year we're talking about, he was 33 and 20 with 4,200, 62% completion.
We're talking about
That's the year
2013 and 2014, right?
2013. That's the year those niggas were on Cleveland.
2013.
That's the year we're talking about.
33 and 20. That's still really bad. That's still really bad.
What Josh Gordon wasn't playing in 2014. He was suspended.
What year was that? What year was 2014? Did they lose to Houston that year?
Because they made the playoffs like 4 straight years in a row.
Who you talking about?
They lost to Houston.
That 10 year, they
No, that was 2012.
That
was the year.
That was 20. That was 2012. That was 2012 when they lost to Houston.
I don't know why we like. What the hell? Comparing that to Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon. Like what the fuck? If any two.
Okay, so Trent. All right. So my point just keeps going over your head. It is what it is.
It's not the point. No, you're just being a bot and saying they in the same tier of trash. This
You're
is
not
you
hearing
being
it.
a bot.
You're not
lying.
hearing it. You're not hearing the point.
I mean, I heard your point.
If you have a wide receiver who keeps bailing that quarterback out because he's just literally chucking the ball up in double coverage and like, go ahead, AJ Green, I'm gonna catch it. Guess what? He's making that name for that quarterback. So I'm not looking at it the same. So if he's on a Browns crew where he doesn't have a receiver to do that for him, and he actually struggles with throwing in stride, guess what? He will be trash too, sir. He would definitely be trash.
I mean,
Because especially at the beginning of his career, he had a very hard time throwing in stride.
And I ain't lying. Y'all be trying to make it seem like too that it was just straight. Oh, fuck it, he down there somewhere. It wasn't like that. Sometimes he just gave AJ Green a chance of a 50-50 ball.
A lot of it was.
And that's what AJ Green was. He was a special team, a 50-50 ball guy. That's what they did with AJ Green. He wasn't no route runner. He was a go up and go get it possession receiver. That was what he was at Georgia too, coming out of college. That's what AJ Green was. Why wouldn't you throw 50-50 balls to him? That's what he was.
See, and this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Are you dumb? That's literally what we're saying.
There's
There's no big body type of receivers. Why wouldn't you throw 50-50 balls?
If you go watch it, if you go watch it, it is. If you go watch it, he's AJ Green. AJ Green. No, stop, Trent. Let me ask you this, Trent. Let me ask you this, Trent. Trent. Let me ask you this, Trent. Let me ask you this, Trent. If your wide receiver has a cornerback beat, what you're supposed to do? Throw it in stride, right? Throw it in stride, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So if the quarterback is underthrowing the ball to where you have to, where now it's a double, you have two defenders. You're lying.
He's not Tua.
You're lying. You're lying.
But also too,
he was inaccurate. He was inaccurate.
Why are we acting like Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon were accurate as fuck?
They're both trash. Is the point?
You know what's
so 52% between 62%
is not. I'm sorry for anybody that agrees. I'm sorry for anybody that agrees with. Oh yeah, you got to throw the 50. No, because AJ Green would literally have his AJ Green would literally have his defender beat and have to go back to catch that hole on two defenders because he underthrew it. It's not some.
Every quarterback throws the ball. But first off, we're not going to act like that he was just underthrowing him like he was Tua. Second,
hey Trent,
let's not act
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie, he was Tua without the hip injury.
That's disgusting.
Thank you, Bama. We at least have one person up here being honest. We have one person up here being honest.
I ain't gonna drag it with the
Stafford merchant. And what was he doing with Calvin Johnson?
He had a noodle.
I never came for Johnson. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap. I never caped for Stafford on the Calvin Johnson. I always talk about all the other years. So shut up.
You're lying. You are lying.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Lying.
I'm not lying.
Go
ahead. Let Bama say this. Let Bama say this.
You love and lovey-dove all day.
I never be like Calvin 8 because of Stafford. I openly admit that he did benefit from having Calvin. What the fuck are you talking about?
Go ahead, Bama. I ain't gonna lie to him because
I guess you never talk about Matthew Stafford on the line.
I feel what you're saying, though, Trent. I see.
He was always a dog, but I always bring up the years when he had Kenny Galladay, Gordon Tate, and all those other guys.
It's so nasty because I don't know, my nigga. It's Calvin Johnson is just so different, bro. It's like, bro, you got to like. A lot of them passes where Stafford was just throwing up to him.
What? What's okay, Bama?
No. I get what you're saying. Hear me out, though, Trent. Hear me out. A lot of those passes, because I remember vividly, like what Doug was talking about. AJ Green used to like really his ball tracking was A1. Like Andy Dalton did short sale more passes than like more than he should have short sale. It was just the fact that he had Adriel Green over there, like Adriel Jeremiah Green. Like if he did not have that, a lot of those passes are picked off, and we were calling him Tua. We can go back and watch Andy Dalton's tape of him short.
Question,
okay, no, I got to ask one thing, G. Look, I'm a part of Bama. I hear you and I understand that. But with type of receivers like an AJ Green, who are big possession guys and are jump ball guys, sometimes you're going to underthrow a 50-50 ball. That's just literally what the nature of the quarterback position is.
True.
We have seen it multiple times. I'm going to give an example. You're going to hear the player, but it's not, I'm going to just give an example. Don't go crazy. Mike Williams. He is a straight 50-50 jump ball guy. There have been multiple times Herbert has underthrown Mike Williams on a jump ball.
And he still went up and got it.
And he still went up and got it.
Phillip Rivers too.
We've seen it multiple times before. We've seen it multiple times before. So, like, again, that just comes with the nature of being a big body possession receiver. AJ Green was never a route technician. He was a big body guy since coming out of Georgia. That's literally what all Stafford did at Georgia with him and Noshawn Marino. He just threw it up to AJ Green because AJ Green's so damn big. AJ Green was never no route runner. He was a big body, 6'4".
The route runner was Muhammad Massaquoi. I remember that whole team, bro.
Hey, so Bama, can I ask you a question?
Exactly. Then.
Hey, Bama, because you came in late, and this is how this all started. So I'm going to ask you the question, Bama. Obviously, we know Josh Gordon got weeded out the league. He wasn't able to keep his head straight. We don't know what could have happened. Exactly. We don't know what could have happened. But at the very least, that Josh Gordon year, because I mean, if we talk about peak, that's the only thing we have for Josh Gordon. Who was better, AJ Green or Josh Gordon?
That year?
It's the only year we have with Josh Gordon.
That season?
Yeah, so whatever your best version of AJ Green is.
1,300 yards, my nigga, I got to go with Josh. I'm sorry, I got to go with Josh Gordon.
We disagree.
Because this is how it started, Alabama. Dell was trying because
that year.
It's the only year of Josh Gordon we have. We're talking about
So Bama, this is how it really started because you're talking about
that crackhead right now. That year, that crackhead was A1. I
disagree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it started.
Yeah,
Bam, this is how it really started. This is how it started, bro. This is how it started.
Or three. Yeah, like 3.
You want to know why? This man, AJ Green's insane.
All of it. What's the name? All of this started.
No, I'm talking about that year.
Longevity, of course. Players and stuff like that.
That year, like I said, that year, yo, AJ Green, bro, is like,
you know what's so funny,
y'all misremembering how good this man was.
No, Doug. I remember vividly, but it boils down to this. You remember what was it? 2013, 2014 OBJ rookie year. Mm-hmm. You know how he missed 4 games, but he had 1,300, and everybody was arguing that he was one of the better receivers in the league. Even and a lot of arguments was people, oh, he missed games, but it don't matter if he missed games. The games he was on the field, bro. You could argue he literally was the best receiver in the league outside of Calvin Johnson or somebody like that. Like, of course, we're not gonna say Calvin.
Bama, he had 1646 in 14 games, gang, with 9 touchdowns.
And you know what's crazy? And you know what's crazy though about this?
When Tyreek had that many yards in that many games, my goodness, we was going crazy.
You know what's crazy though? Wait, but time out though, G. You know what's so funny though, for real? Like, you know what's really like the funniest part though, for real? We always preach about players in like terrible situations, i.e., like a D-Hop with a terrible quarterback.
AJ Green was in a terrible.
Let me finish. Josh Gordon was probably in the worst situation in football at the time, and almost gave you 1,800 yards in that game.
Yeah,
with bums. You had an old Willis McGahee. Nobody, like, it was literally just Josh Gordon.
That's just the weirdest point. And actually, I'm watching AJ Green in 2013. Tons. Wait. I'm watching AJ Green right now. Tons of underthrown balls.
I'm not gonna lie, Doug. I'm with you on the Andy Dalton shit because even him going second from TCU, I was like, kind of like, what the fuck was going on? Like second round, but you sleeping. For that time era, AJ Green, Julio Jones, that was the best respect, and Calvin Johnson. I'm sorry, it was Calvin Johnson, and then the metric dropped down. Patrick Mahomes metric dropped down. You had Julio and AJ Green for that time era. But that year, my nigga, Josh
So that's why I say that year, Josh Gordon,
AJ Green was in a worse situation.
This was my thing. With AJ Green and Josh Gordon. Number one, we also need to clarify like this one point, this main point that kind of like gets dismissed. When you're a great receiver, you're gonna get the ball. Like, let's just be honest. Like, it's hard to be out there and for you not to get the ball. Like, I'm serious. So yes, 1,600, great. I'm not saying you're discounting that, but let's not act as if just because he had 1,600 yards on the Browns that he's just putting them on a different level than AJ Green. Let's not fucking do that.
Wait, Trent.
That's stupid. That's stupid. Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
How?
You know why that's stupid?
Let me say this.
You know why that's stupid? Because that same thing, we should have never propped up D-Hop the way he was doing, bugging all the quarterbacks in a bad situation the way we did then.
But D-Hop, no. See, this is why you don't make sense. This is why. Wait.
I will say that's crazy.
Him getting 1,600 yards as the only weapon on his squad when he's only the only person who fears defenses is hard as hell.
But D-Hop had that skill as well. Like, Josh Gordon had a great skill too. But D-Hop, nobody's saying you don't have to sit here and praise him for it. But when we're having a for example, who's shitting on him?
Let's not act like getting 1,600 yards on the Browns is crazy.
Okay, so just because
overrated and he wasn't really getting off like that.
And why am I saying he's overrated? Because y'all put him over AJ Green. I'm saying, so listen to what I'm saying, G baby. I'm gonna say it real slow for you, okay? I'm saying that just because he's on a worse scenario, don't just automatically assume he's better or on a different tier than AJ Green. Similar to Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams and D-Hop, don't think that D-Hop was just a better receiver than Devontae just because he was on a worse scenario. Because there's more things to look at.
Wait. The D-Hop was better than Devontae for a couple years till 2020. And he was on... And before Deshaun got there, D-Hop was on a way worse situation.
And let's clarify real quick.
D-Hop was the best receiver in the league at one point.
And let's get this twisted. Hold on. Let's get this straight, too.
2018 is when Devontae started bugging out. So what are you talking about?
I'm not going to lie. No. Devontae didn't become the best receiver in the league and didn't come officially better than D-Hop until 2020. So let's get that straight.
You're lagging.
So
Let's get
wait.
That's the point.
Wait, hold on. Real quick. Hold on. Just to clarify, get this shit straight, too. Me and G-Baby are not trying to make it seem like Josh Gordon clears AJ Green. That we've never said that in my mouth, never came out. So I'm just letting you know. We think it's super close, but I don't know. I'm just letting you know that now. We think it's close. We're not trying to say it's in a different.
It shouldn't be close.
And that's where you're close.
That's your problem.
You shouldn't be close.
You think AJ Brown clears this? Wait, Doug. Do you think AJ Green was in a worse situation than Josh Gordon?
Not really.
Oh, not really? Okay, so being on the team or
I said no. I already said no.
Not really. So you think it was a close situation, wise?
I said no. I think the
close.
You think the Bengals situation, even though you think the Browns was
Andy Dalton was bad. Who was the running backs that year? Wasn't it Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard?
Yeah, they went to the playoffs 4 times in a row. Yes.
Nah, you having those guys to lean on. It's not as bad.
Not even close.
So you don't consider it more impressive on the fact that
wait. 2013 is when they had Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, and Giovanni Bernard. Fuck out of here. No, that shit's terrible. That thing's still terrible, bro. Hell yeah.
You know what's so crazy about that?
With the 2013 Browns?
You said what?
Hold up.
You think it's on the same level with the 4-12 2013 Browns?
They're both terrible.
So
they're both terrible.
This is what I will say, Doug. This is what I say, because I agree with both y'all. I agree that Andy Dalton was trash. Maybe not his first few years, but it got to the point.
Later down the line, he became trash.
But I'm finna let y'all know. Do not forget, Josh Gordon was like a first-round draft pick when he was at Baylor. He got kicked out of Baylor for smoking weed in the dorms, my nigga. Like, y'all forget about that. Josh Gordon played with RG3. He got kicked out of Baylor for smoking in the dorm. He was the best receiver on Baylor. Like
it was him and Terrence Williams, right? Am I bugging?
Yeah. The only reason we don't really know about Josh Gordon like that, he kept getting in trouble in college. He get to the league, still look like the same dude from Baylor, and then he get caught smoking weed and drinking liquor.
But that's all.
Hey, so I just want to add some context. So I'm looking at it right now. This is according to Pro Football Reference. 2013 team offense. Cincy 6, Cleveland 27. Passing offense was close. Cincy 8, Cleveland 11. Rushing offense, Cincy 18, Cleveland 28. I don't know about y'all. I would consider AJ Green on it.
They're both bad.
Having the number 6 offense is a bad scenario.
The only reason why they were only
they
weren't a number six.
I just
they
told
weren't
you.
a number 6
Team
offense.
They were number
That's
6.
That's
I
points
just
forward.
know
Points
it
forward
literally
doesn't mean
says it literally says team offense.
It does.
I went to the actual statistic. Team offense. Cincy is 6. Cleveland is 27.
G-Baby, just because you do realize that's like yards, right? It's measuring it in yards.
No, it's taking everything into account. And then it's separated by passing, rushing, all that.
Let me see.
I just did it.
Send me the link. Send me the link.
It's Pro Football Reference 2013.
2013.
Yes.
We're gonna
it takes
get
everything into account. Now you can go in and separate it by because look, if I hit yards, the rankings change.
Where did you hit? Where did you go?
If I hit yards,
where did you go? Where did you go?
I went to 2013. So this is what I typed in. I typed in 2013 NFL statistics.
Yo, Riddell, pull up.
Went to Pro Football Reference. I scrolled all the way down, and then I clicked on the tab Team Offense. Hold up, Bama. Now, this is the normal one. This is how it looks normally. The second I hit yards, just yards, the rankings change, and Cincy drops down from 6 to 10. So no, it's not just yards, Dub. It's everything into account.
It's scoring offense, baby.
It's not just scoring.
That's what it says.
It's everything.
Let me see.
Because when I
send me the link. Send the link in the chat.
Sure. Because when I literally changed,
I'm seeing it right here. It says scoring offense.
Where? Share your screen. Where?
Send the link.
How are you seeing it if you just said you see it? So share your team offense. I can send you the exact same. We're looking at the same thing.
Scoring offense.
That's not what mine said. Mine said team offense.
So then send me the link.
Okay. It's Doug, you literally just saw it. You were literally up there. It's on the same page.
Mine says scoring offense.
If you scroll up, Dub, you'll see team offense. You passed it to get there.
Hey, Dub, you can send Riddell the link. Just put it in the chat.
You passed it.
Do you have his John?
Actually, yeah. Hold on. I got the link. I can just probably type it in the chat.
Yeah,
Dub, you literally passed team offense to get to scoring offense. Because I could do the same thing. Scoring offense is right under kicking and punting. Go up, you'll see kick and punt returns, rushing offense, passing offense, team offense. It's right under award winners.
AJ Green was very caring if they were a top 6 offense.
So was Josh Gordon. Bada bing, bada boom.
Nah.
Huh?
They're both good.
But why you just say nah though?
Don't worry about nah.
Because he realized he messed up by saying Josh Gordon wasn't carrying because he knows he was.
No, how are the Bengals top 6? There's no way.
Everything combined up. Everything combined. It's literally team offense. Not just passing, not just rushing, not just points, not turn. It's everything combined.
It's points for you, dodo head.
No, it's not.
You want to check? Watch this.
Literally, there's yards. It's everything combined.
You don't know what you're talking about. Watch this. You see this?
It'll say that.
So watch this. Let's just check. Let's do an eye test here, right? 606 for the Broncos. They're 1. 445, 2. 444. Patriots. 442, 439, 430, 430, 417. It's ranked by points for, G baby. So you don't know what you're talking about. Stop. Thank you.
You lost that, G?
Yeah, it is. I see it now.
Damn, G.
Golly, man.
I mean, I'm not looking at the offense part. I wasn't, but
like the offense is bad, bro.
Wait. You brought up scoring offense as well. Since he is 5.
Oh, Travis Benjamin was on that team. He had some receivers though. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, he was a kick returner, bro. Come on, man.
For sure. Don't act like that with
Travis Benjamin. Come on, bro.
T. Benj was that nigga at Miami.
Come on,
y'all playing.
My whole thing is, G baby, the Browns was worse, but let's not act as if the what AJ Green was working with was that much better. That's my point. It wasn't on this crazy different level than the Browns. They were both terrible crews. Browns was worse because they had no run.
They were so terrible. Why was Cincy 11-5 and Cleveland 4-12?
Their defense was way better.
So would that not be in a better situation if you have a defense that can get consistent stops?
Bro, shut up. I hate that.
Does that that not go into having a better situation? If you have a defense that can, hey, let me ask you a question. Wait, Doug, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
It gives you more opportunity.
More opportunity, right? Because you get more stops.
You know what also gets you more opportunity? When your defense can't stop nobody, so you can sit here and get more opportunity because of that. What the hell are y'all talking about? Like, there's no reason to look at defense in terms of a scenario for a wide receiver.
If the defense can't stop nobody, that means they go on longer drives, which means that's less time of possession for you on offense.
There's more garbage time opportunities. Like, bro, let's not bring defense into the equation. If you want to talk about quarterback, that's more of an I can understand that a bit more.
Andy Dalton and Jason Campbell are in the same tier, so
I'm just looking at these scores of these. I'm looking at the scores of these games, bro, and I'm looking at what this nigga Josh Gordon is like 261, 237. Like, this nigga is wilding. Yeah, the fact that he's trying to close.
Well, but wait, Trent. Wait, that 261, it was all garbage time. Doesn't count.
But
apparently,
it's not what I'm saying. That's not what I just said.
It was a close game on that one. Like,
I'm not saying that. Who said that?
I just feel like, if your defense is worse, you get more garbage time opportunities.
I'm trying to tell you to understand that even for a wide receiver, just because you have a good defense doesn't make it a better scenario. Because you could counteract that point where they have a bad defense, so there's more opportunity for that receiver as well.
If it gets more stops, that means long drives are less likely to occur. That means you're more likely to win the time of possession, which means you'll have the ball more to have opportunities to get those numbers as opposed to.
We can agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
I'll be honest, Dub. You're my guy, bro. You're my fellow Luka Doncic truther, but bro, there's no way you're saying Andy Dalton and the Bengals are a terrible situation, bro. There's no way you're saying Andy Dalton. Do you think Tua's trash? I'm curious.
Tua's better than Andy Dalton.
But okay, do you think Tua's trash?
No.
Why? Why is Tua not trash?
I think in terms of I think a lot of his decision making.
Upper echelon. He's not trash.
His decision. So let me answer the question.
Upper echelon. What does that mean? I don't know. What
upper echelon is higher low class. If for all the kids that don't go to school, upper echelon is high low class, right?
He's above average.
Was that not Andy Dalton, Bama?
No.
Andy Dalton was really like either mid or could have been garbage. Like, I don't know.
He was
mid. I'm fine with you saying he's mid, but trash or quarterback.
Okay, the best way I could put this chat. The best way I could put this, Andy Dalton is like a little low key brownish with seeds in it, and Tua still got seeds in it, but it's shit at least light green. You feel me? Like, so it's like
okay. So keep it like this though, Bama. Can you at least agree to this? If you say Andy Dalton is mid, could you at least say for that year too, just and really overall in general, because Jason Campbell is fucking dirt. Can you not say that Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon were hot trash?
Zach Wilson.
We're saying they were all trash. We were all saying they were trash.
Do you think Tua and Zach Wilson are in the same tier, Dub?
Nah, hell no.
No, right? Why is Tua in this combo?
That's the comp we're using for Andy Dalton.
I mean, y'all said nah. I mean, Bama did say he was Tua with the hip, and you agreed to it.
Yeah, like that's the comp we're using.
But look, you talked about his arm power. What the hell are y'all talking about? He was talking about his arm power, bro.
But I'll say this:
you think Tua has a stronger arm than Dalton?
If Tua
literally like
that's why I like trying to explain
it. You think that's a stronger? Like y'all are crazy, bro.
Nah, bro, because like Tua. That's why I say, bro, it just hurt me to watch Tua because his brain is processing everything the way it processes. His body physically just can't get the ball to the certain spots it needs to get through. Andy Dalton wasn't even processing that shit sometimes. Like the process part wasn't there. It was like, bro, for you to be a second round draft pick, I would think you would process shit a little bit better than this. But it just never came. Tua shit is like, damn, bro. Tyreek was wide open, but it's like, bro, damn, bro, you really short sold the shit out that pass. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the big difference between Andy Dalton and Tua. Yeah. Andy Dalton still got a shit arm, and he's not processing at the rate Tua is processing. At least Tua's shit arm, he can process at an elite level. His arm is just.
Hey, so Bab, I got one quick question before we move on, man. Are we gonna put any stock into Andy Dalton look like that because of his OCs? Just a question. I don't know. I just want to know because I'm looking. I'm going through it because one of them.
I can ask the same thing to you. Will we put any stock in the Cleveland Browns being one of the worst franchises in football during that time?
Well,
this is not.
I believe that's why I believe it was one of the worst situations. You have the worst franchise, worst quarterbacks in the league, but apparently that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that helps D-Baby's case. That's the whole thing that he was trying to say the entire time.
Bama, I know you remember. I know you remember him in college, but their best running back, I think that year was Chris Omanaya. A lot of people don't know who that is, but if you watch college football in Texas, you know who Chris Omanaya is.
It was
like,
Willis
that
McGahee,
situation was terrible, huh?
It was actually Willis McGahee. He was starting.
Oh yeah, both of them too. Yeah, watch Willis McGahee. Super duper watch Willis McGahee.
And Trent Richardson.
A bust. Even worse.
Trent Richardson.
What are your favorites? Hey, Cruiser.
What up?
Hey, I'm a Bucks fan. You feel me?
You a Bucks fan now?
Hey, Pops with the Bucks now. You feel me? Bucks
that
fan
is
now.
insane.
Bucks.
But my goodness.
We can move on.
They did, bro. Willis McGahee, their leading rusher, had 377 rush yards game.
Bro, that Browns team was terrible, bro.
That Browns team was terrible.
I don't think
somehow, some way, that's an equal situation to AJ.
G-Baby, let me ask you this: who was better, Michael Thomas or D-Hop?
I think D-Hop overall was better, longer, but I do say Michael Thomas was better that 1 year. Yes, I think Michael Thomas was the best receiver in the league, 19.
Despite the scenario, right?
What do you mean?
2019 Texans weren't a bad team.
What do you mean? They had Deshaun Watson.
Wait. Deshaun was on that crew?
Yes!
Will Fuller.
Yeah, thank you, Cruiser. Thank you.
If this was
2017.
If this was 2015, I see your point. But no, this is 2019. They had a good. That's the year that Deshaun Watson pulled an ultimate choke job in one quarter. So.
Oh yeah. But even then,
but even the years before, Michael Thomas, I didn't have better. I think Michael Thomas was on the way. I think because 2018, I think Michael Thomas was approaching it, but he wasn't there. But I mean, that was the year I think he had 120 with 14 or 1500 or something like that. He was on the way, but he wasn't D-Hop. I think 2019, he was the best receiver. And then
who was better?
He didn't follow up in 2020.
Antonio Brown in 2018, he played, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's the year Juju had that crazy year with AB. Yeah.
So who was better to you?
Who?
What do you mean who was better?
AJ Brown or D-Hop?
Antonio Brown and D-Hop?
Antonio Brown or D-Hop.
I think that was close.
It's not, and that's why. And this is why I can't have conversation. And this is why I can't. Thank you. This is why I can't have.
Antonio Brown is a way better receiver than DeAndre Hopkins. Move on. Yeah,
I agree. Julio Jones or D-Hop?
Julio Jones.
Are we talking in that year or overall?
That's more.
In that year,
I think those were the. Did Odell play? No, right? Odell didn't play. Yeah, those were the three that were right there, right next to each other. AB, Julio, D-Hop. If somebody wanted to put D-Hop number 1, 2018.
And this is why you're full. And this is why you're full of shit.
Are we talking about
because nobody? And this because nobody.
What year?
Nobody said in 2018. Nobody thought that D-Hop was better than Julio, Odell, or even Antonio Brown.
No. That's
not
Cleveland
one time.
Browns, Odell. That's Cleveland Browns. Definitely people.
2018 was Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
2018. No, 2018. Odell got hurt, and what's the name? He played 12 games and got hurt. So people were starting to say because that's what
people still thought. People still thought he was better.
That's what he was getting an injury pro attack because that's when his injury started.
But people still thought he was better. Is my point.
D-Hop at that from 2018.
People thought he was better.
But even then,
2019 people.
Does anybody here disagree that D-Hop wasn't top 3 in 2018?
I don't.
He had a great year in 2018,
and he literally followed up like this. He had a great season the year before, and then just followed up, and I think he got an even better.
Yes, the top 3 of 2018 was AB, Julio, D-Hop.
And I'm telling you,
you want to say that specific year,
G-Baby, but I'm saying,
I don't think he's an overall better receiver than Antonio Brown or an overall better receiver.
G-Baby, I'm telling you, G-Baby, G-Baby.
I don't know. D-Hop
that
300 more receivers.
This doesn't make sense because just because, and this goes to my point, just because that D-Hop is on the clear worst scenario than every single one of those guys are still better than him because of what they can do.
Wait.
Here's the disconnect.
Was Deshaun Watson not on that team too?
Wait, here's the disconnect.
Not
Deshaun Watson was the quarterback in 2018.
Okay, then 2017. That helps my point even further.
Here's the
You're not
disconnect.
going back. You're asking questions about years.
You
can't both quarterbacks when he was gone.
And then here's the disconnect. Though.
We could use 2017 when he had Brian Hoyer and those guys. I'm still using the same point for the different year, bro.
The main disconnect of this whole problem too is not only me. We talk about the situation. We think Josh Gordon is the better receiver too. So that's the disconnect.
Deshaun Watson only played 6 games, GB. What the hell are you talking about?
In 2018, I just looked at it up.
I said
they went 11-5, first in the AFC South.
Oh, 2018. Okay, we could use 2017.
That's when they were still. That's when AB and it was still at the peak of their prime.
Yeah, AB was still that guy.
So yeah,
Julio was still that guy.
My point still stands. My point stands is if just because that those guys are in clearly worse scenarios, that doesn't mean that they're better.
Because you are moving the goalposts, but it's not.
It's not moving the goalposts. I'm just getting the wrong year.
That's not the only thing we have. Josh Gordon. We're not saying Josh Gordon is better than AJ Green solely because the situation was
You're just underrating the situation.
That is.
No, that's not what we're saying.
Because he doesn't have better hands. He doesn't have better hands. He doesn't have better hands. He doesn't have better footwork. He doesn't have better. He doesn't have better.
Footwork, bro.
Yeah, y'all don't know what you're talking about.
You do not.
We could talk about.
In the 3 years you was Gridiron, but okay, Dub. Okay.
Watch it. Watch it. I'll watch it with you.
Not better footwork. No. Listen here. Josh Gordon clears him and everything besides.
Thank you, Bama. Please talk to your man. Talk to him.
Duh.
Let's watch it,
bro.
Let's watch it.
He was like, bro.
Let's watch it.
He did not get kicked out of school with RG3, bro. Like,
let's watch it.
Josh Gordon
like a first round. He would have been a top 10 pick, bro.
Y'all want to bet? Watch it.
Who's betting about this? I've seen both of they take. You're not changing my mind.
Watch it.
AJ Green was never a route runner for real.
Watch
He's
it.
a big possession receiver.
We can watch this all together.
We did it last year.
We could talk.
Still ain't changed, so what's the point of watching it again?
We could talk about the best things to come from the 2023-2024 NFL season.
The best things that's come with it, or just like
CJ Stroud and what they were able to do on the Houston Texans and how they were able to make the playoffs and actually make it to the second round. Now, what's the best things to come from this year?
CJ, Puka. If you want to talk about defense, me personally, the Ravens, because that defense was allowing 16 points for a whole season. Your average is
still crazy.
That's crazy.
Jordan Love, for me. Just because of the way, I think we looked at him this season, we didn't think he was going to be doing that much. And the fact that he basically dominated the Cowboys in the playoffs and had a dogfight with Purdy in San Francisco, I think that shows a lot. And it just shows how the Packers have really been able to build up quarterbacks because now they have a guy who's basically one of their franchise guys. And I think that's incredible. For me, Jordan Love has got to be one of them because I don't think a lot of us expected it to be get to that tier of how he was playing this year. And I think probably the other guy, honestly, if we're talking like a surprise, I don't know. It's probably more of like the Linsanity run with Joe Flacco. Just how, even though it went and died like that, I think it's still crazy to see that dude was throwing 300+ yards a game and he was coming off the couch. And even though he got blown out by Houston in the first round in the wild card, I still find it impressive that he was still able to do that.
I thought we can't show this.
Yeah, you're toting the line, Doug.
We could show 5 seconds real quick. In stride. Go ahead.
One second.
I respect it. No, you better go, G baby.
I see no route running.
No, go ahead, Redo. You good?
All right. I'm gonna go a serious and not so serious pick. My not so serious pick, whether you guys agree with it or not, man, Taylor Swift for the 2023-2024 season. Hey, man, she brought so many eyes to the NFL, and I mean, the NFL is just going to grow from here, man. Bringing them all those.
And you think the 49ers have a chance against them? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, again, you see what they're talking about, that practice field stuff?
Nah, really do.
Yeah. But my serious pick is that Chiefs secondary, more specifically Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, establishing who they are. Like, L'Jarius Sneed can make arguments that he's a top 5 cornerback at this point. Trent McDuffie is one of the best slot corners in the NFL right now. and they're young. This defense is young, and those two cornerbacks are young. Now, unfortunately, if y'all don't know this, the Chiefs might lose Snead after this year. So he rose his stock, but they might lose him. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's a big highlight.
In stride though, didn't go back. But go ahead.
Okay, what the fuck?
Different type of situation.
Acting like we can't go.
If we're talking like
same
if we're talking like surprises, probably another one for me, honestly, has to be Baker Mayfield. The reason why I say that is because if you look at, I think 2 years ago, he got traded, like, the whole Deshaun Watson thing. He got traded by the Browns. Then he went to the Carolina, gets released. He's a free agent, goes to the Rams, finishes out last season. Then this offseason, Bucks bring him in to be able to bring him in to replace Tom Brady. And basically he led Tampa he won the South with Tampa and got them into the playoffs. Like, I think, when we look at Baker Mayfield, his career has been up and down for me just because of like the stuff that's happened for him. But I think him being back in Tampa and the way he did what he did this first season, it shows that he's still a quality quarterback. And I think it's the thing that he needed to get his career on track. Because I don't think a lot of people this season really had a huge high expectation with Tampa Bay just from like how they were playing. But the fact that way that he was able to lead that team, I honestly think that's just impressive to show how well Baker Mayfield is as a quarterback. Because a lot of people, I think, would have said after the Rams thing and he got released, a lot of people thought it was over. And then he came back to be able to still be playing. It's impressive for me, at least. But
Evan, what you got to say?
I'm trying to think, bro, because it was so many like crazy additions, dog. I could probably say I don't know, bro. One, I'll probably say Reek almost going for 2,000. I know that's just kind of crazy, but it was just the fact that he almost had the league like in.
There was like 3 receivers who almost had it, and then
chokehold. Him, AJB. I'll probably say CJ Stroud, of course, but that's just so cliche, bro. Them just the easy ones. I'll probably say Matt Stafford getting them to the playoffs.
Matt Stafford dog. Straight up.
That was pretty unique.
Well, I'll even add something to you, Bama. It's not really one person; it's just a collection. The Lions draft picks.
Yeah,
they all pretty much. Jack Campbell's probably the least talked about, but they all pretty much have panned out. Like, we had, some of us, not all of us, but some of us thought they should have got Jalen Carter when they picked Gibbs.
You too.
Then they picked Cam. I said some of us, as in us, me. I'm part of that. Some of us thought no. Some of us thought they should have got Jalen Carter, but Brian Branch has worked out. Even though CJ didn't play too much for them, I think him being there just helped in general. I don't know. I can't remember the name of their D tackle, but he pretty much stepped up for them too. Gibbs was a great second punch to that offense.
Yeah,
and Laporta is shoot. You really want to be nasty. You can argue he a top 5 tight end already.
Nah, that's legitimate. Like right now,
like you can really argue that didn't he break the tight end rookie record for reception? I don't know about yards.
He almost did. I think he
almost did. Yeah,
Also, I'm sorry, Doug. The Eagles falling off how they did, bro. That shit was wild too.
You said that was generational.
That's the best thing.
I said
that was fake generational.
Well, if you want to talk about one of the worst things to happen,
no, I ain't talking about worst thing. I'm just talking about the most shocking things in the NFL.
Most surprising,
like low key in general. I feel G baby with them draft picks. That shit really.
I say the best thing for real, like agenda wise, and it got cut short because I really put player's choice on the Tank Dell for real. Yeah, when he was wilding, that shit was so good to see.
Oh yeah. I didn't believe it at first, and
I was really
watch the film
because it was really just me and Bama knew because he knew what's his name. He knew about Tank, but I was really the main one. Yeah. Tank Dell is only gonna be Cavante Turpin and shit like.
Oh no,
we're
I knew
talking
he was
about-
a
if we're talking
dog. I
about
knew he was a dog.
agendas.
I saw him play at Houston. When I saw him play, I didn't want to put like too high on him, but I've watched the film, and you were right. Kid's incredible. I think he's good.
Tank Dell is
You
great.
saw him play at Houston.
But if we're
you saw
talking
him-
about also, if we're talking like the biggest surprises, honestly, for me, bro, it's the Chiefs. And the only reason why I say the Chiefs is you have to think about this season. Like, put everything like around. They started the season. They lost to Detroit, right? They has just been the most losses they've had in a season. The first time Mahomes has had to play away in the playoffs in his career, he beats Josh Allen in Buffalo, goes to Baltimore, beats Lamar beats the Ravens, and now he's back in the Super Bowl. Like, and we were all saying every time we were thinking like it's probably gonna not happen the way he does, because we think it ends here. No, every time we've doubted Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs team, they've stepped up to the occasion and won, and now they're back in the Super Bowl, and they may likely win it. So
They never in doubt, man.
if you were telling me at the beginning of the season after that Chiefs game, after the first game of the season, we were going to say that the Chiefs still had a chance to make the Super Bowl, I would have been iffy about it, because that didn't look like the Chiefs team I knew that could dominate the way they did. But I think it's surprising just to see how they were able to play, and how because I said it too. I said I've doubted Patrick Mahomes because I didn't think he could get the job done. But I got to give kudos to him and the Chiefs, especially because they have just been able to perform especially well in these playoffs. So I think it was more for me outside of because a lot of attention was focused on the Chiefs this year, not only just with the whole Taylor Swift drama and everything like that, but because we didn't know how Patrick Mahomes was going to be able to perform in an away environment, because he never really had to experience that, and he stood up to the occasion and he managed to fight through and win it. And I think that's impressive. At least
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't worried about Mahomes in the road. He was playing Miami. I think he played the home game against Miami, but against Buffalo, I wasn't worried. I was
Me neither.
I don't think where he's playing in Buffalo, because let's be real, Kansas City, it ain't all sunshine and rainbow. I mean, it's not super hot, but it ain't. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not super cold, but it ain't super hot there either. And he's playing cold games before.
That Dolphins-Chiefs game was disgustingly cold. That Dolphins-Chiefs game,
negative 26
negative
is
20
nuts.
degrees.
So but that's what I'm saying. That's why I was
the coldest game.
This was better.
Missouri.
This was better in terms of weather. The Bills and the Ravens were just better weather than staying here at the Chiefs. But my thing is, if we talk about agendas, kind of similar to Trent, it was short-lived, but he was proving me right. And man, that man Kirk Cousins, he was cooking.
Let's talk about that, Riddell.
He was absolutely.
Let's talk about your man Kirk.
Before we get in there,
no. Let's talk about it, because I want to know.
I want to praise one more person before we get in there. The other person I want to praise is a dude that just surprised me. I think he surprised the league. That's Kyren Williams, man. If he was healthy the entire year,
shout out.
Bro, you know what's so crazy, though? You know what's so crazy, Riddell? If he didn't get hurt, he probably would have led the league in rushing. That's the funny number.
But Trent, he only get his stuff after they up. He only get his stuff after they up high and they just spam
I will say, I think the most disappointing though,
that's exactly what was happening.
I think the most
when I
disappointing
made that
thing
take,
about
that's exactly what happened.
If we're talking about positions and what the happened to this, I think the most
I just don't pay attention.
The most disappointing has to be running backs. I don't think it's close. I think when the running back pool with all much injuries, the fact that CMC led the league with only 1,400 yards.
And it's tough. And it's tough because that just is going to solidify why the NFL is going to be this is why we don't pay you.
But it was
tough, but they're going to solidify it.
It's unfortunate, but it's
this year running back season was the 2017 wide receivers.
That was bad.
Hey, but Riddell, let's talk about your man Kirk, man. Let's talk about your man Kirk.
Bands, man.
I want to know because I believe you were a Jared Edge hater, right? Were you one of them?
I prefer Jared Edge truther, but all right.
Sure. Okay. So you said Kirk was proving you wrong. How exactly?
Kirk proving me wrong? Did I say proving me wrong?
Or proving you right? Or maybe he was proving the doubters
wrong.
Yeah. In what sense? What was he doing that was see, I told y'all.
Oh, well, for one, obviously, the Minnesota Vikings team was not good. Not a good team.
Good defense.
No. The offensive line was terrible. They were when Kirk got injured, they got a lot better. I'll give you that. But when Kirk was on the team, they were getting consistent pressure in Kirk's face.
Okay, wait. Here's where I'm gonna push back because you said because I said the defense was, but the offense it wasn't terrible, and you were saying the O-line. Do you think the Bengals offense with T, Joe, and Jamar? Do you think that was a horrible offense? Even just the year they went to the Super Bowl, do you think that was horrible?
Well, I'm not saying the Vikings team as a whole is horrible, but there.
No, but you said the offense was. Yeah, but that was my point. I'm saying that because you said that team was terrible, and I was like, no, the defense was, and then you were like, no, O-line.
Yeah, the defense and the O-line and the run game. The run game was the worst in the league. So the run game was terrible. They tried to get Cam Akers, and even he didn't really work.
I mean, that was just
they had no run game. They were the worst running team in the NFL. The run game was terrible. The offensive line was terrible. The defense was terrible, and Kirk was still balling. Close games, playing close to the Chiefs, almost beat the Chiefs, beat the 49ers, almost beat the Eagles, should have beat the Chargers. I don't care, bro. I watched that game. Herbert got lucky, and then Hawkinson dropped a touchdown.
So Riddell, my
Kirk
man.
was balling, and man.
So Riddell, my man's. You said he almost beat the Eagles, even though, he almost beat the Eagles.
Those early Eagles.
Yeah. And then he almost beat the Chargers. Because TJ Hawkinson sold. I remember that play. He almost beat who else? Who did you say he almost beat? The Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then he beat the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hear a lot of 3 almost.
Hey, man.
Aren't you one of them people that get on Herbert for putting up great numbers and balling, but not getting it done when it matters most? And Kirko, my man's, still hasn't gotten it done when it matters most because I saw a playoff game where, hey, man, a 2-yard check down on 4th and 8 is kind of crazy.
That's disgusting. Don't put that game on him. He was having a great game.
He's not the reason they lost the entire game. He's not the whole reason they lost. He's the reason they sold on that play.
You say he's the reason
if we talk about reasons we sold on the play, I could bring up Jared Goff trying to scramble out the pocket and trying to make a play and completely clanked right in front of the receiver.
Jared
Goff, for sure. But
Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins seems like they're cut from the same cloth.
Well, man.
Hey, but some people told me Kirko clear. But main thing,
Kirko does clear actually though.
He doesn't. But he doesn't. But
he does.
He doesn't. But
Clears who?
so I just want to know what you
level.
thought he was. So you think he was proving you right by basically just balling this year?
Yeah, so I want to be clear. When it comes to Herbert, I hold him in higher regard than Kirk. I'm going to be very clear. I think Herbert should be an elite quarterback, so I have higher standards.
Kirk was getting... Do you think him and Kirk are in the same tier?
No,
I know you think Kirk should be, but okay.
No, I don't think Kirk and Herbert's on the same tier. Okay. But I think Kirk was just getting a lot of bad rep on his name. People constantly bringing up the primetime stuff. Again, I think he was getting a lot of disrespect. I watched that quarterback show. I'm like, man, I like this guy. And I was like, that last season was pretty good, all things considered. I know that, whatever happened in the playoffs, whatever. And then he was just balling in the
So how can you not like a guy like Jared Goff, who was, in my opinion, balling as well? And you can argue this is his best season ever.
Because, bro, he had all the weapons. He had everything that he needed, and we saw what happened in the Rams. There's a reason why they got rid of him, put Stafford in. And but here's my thing. Of course, we all know he wasn't as good. I think my personal opinion, I think he was a deer in headlights when he got to that Super Bowl. And then I don't think he ever recovered. I don't think Sean McVay really had that much confidence in him. And I don't think his psyche recovered. However, gang, that was basically now 4 years ago almost. He is not the same quarterback he was 4 years ago. So I understand holding against that for that. Because I'm even one of the ones when he got to, even though he got sent there to die when he got to Detroit, that first year, we all know he wasn't good. They couldn't beat the Steelers with Mason Rudolph. He wasn't good. The Amon-Ra had his little surge in the second half, but Jared Goff wasn't good that year. And then he came back the next 2 seasons and has been, like you said, like Kirk, balling. So my question is, you're saying all these weapons, but a lot of these top quarterbacks still got great weapons as well. So I don't understand.
I think he was. Let's put for that last season. It was the second half for him. When the majority of the season he wasn't balling.
Wait. Last year when they went 9-7.
Yes.
And they started 1-9. Jared Goff was still playing good, but the defense was like the worst ever. No, he wasn't. I'm not saying he was playing all world, but like the Eagles game, that first game, and then a couple of, I think the only bad games he played with Bailey Zappi and the Patriots shut him out. Yeah, I'm sorry. When Bailey Zappi and the Patriots smacked him, he was like, they didn't score a point. I was like, yeah, Jared Goff, that was crazy. I think he had another bad game, but even against the Bills on Thanksgiving, he played relatively well. He wasn't trash. It wasn't like all world, but he was playing good, and then he found his flow. That's why I said I think this season you could argue is his best season. So like, I just don't understand why Jared Edge don't get that same love that Kirk will do.
So my big thing with Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins is not necessarily I dislike Jared Goff, although I did dislike before Saquon existed. Todd Gurley was my favorite running back, and the fact that they lost the Super Bowl really annoyed me. Not gonna lie, it really did.
I mean, it was a Todd Gurley carry job.
Yeah, Todd Gurley was my guy. I was like, bro, Todd Gurley's so nice, but I'm not gonna hold that against Jared Goff as of right now. My biggest thing that I always keep on talking about is when we're comparing Goff and Kirk, because J-Rob was the one who started it saying, and you might agree, that they're on the same tier. And I'm like, I just don't see it. When Jared Goff is a guy that can work with a great situation. And actually, I will give him that. I don't think he's a quarterback that will sell at the end, because I actually think he played really well against the 49ers. There was just a lot of weird things that started happening with the line.
And then he also had some conversions that were dropped, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
he had some bad throws, but like Josh Reynolds game, you got to catch that, bro.
You got to catch the ball. So in that game, I was like, you know what? He's kind of having like an Eli Manning, so I kind of respect it. My big thing is with Jared Goff and what he has with that great run game and with the deficiencies I know is there, and it's been there since the beginning of the year, with his ability not to handle pressure in his face. And now I can't say that he's not composed in the fourth quarter. I think I kind of liked what he was doing, not going to lie. So I'm definitely giving him credit. It's just when I see what Kirk is doing with a far worse team, with a no run game, with a worse offensive line, with a worse defense, and I'm seeing what Kirk is doing against these great teams, there's no way you can tell me what Jared Goff brings and what Kirk Cousins brings is equal. That's the big thing for me when it comes down to the two quarterbacks.
Here's what I'm projecting will be my last rebuttal, but it might not, depending on what you say it is. So I will give you the fact that this year they had no run game. They got rid of Cook, who clearly is washed. That was the right decision. But Alexander Madison's not doing it. You know, all so on and so forth. And then even one of their best O-linemen mid-year, they traded him. Right? So I'll give you the small sample size we had. But I've seen Mr. Kirko with a good O-line, a great run game, elite weapons, be the same that he was with this. He's not. Yes. He's had Justin Jefferson the past 3 years. Did
you say a great defense?
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. I was listening to that too.
No, I didn't say anything about the defense.
He never said it.
You can even go to his Redskin days. Elite weapons.
Yeah. So my thing is, because even though
don't look crazy.
Because with Jared Goff, let's be real. I think Jared Goff has had better, like at least on his Lions team right now, has better defensive players than what Kirk has had the past 2 seasons. But like the defense last year and the defense this year, still trash. Well, this year was high. But last year was for sure garbage.
The difference is, and what really helps Jared Goff the most is the offensive line. That's what really helps.
No, you're right. And
that's the major difference.
And I will give you the O-line. I will give you the O-line, but I will also argue Kirk has had what some people call the best wide receiver in the league. And to be fair, we've seen TJ Hawkinson with both Jared Goff and Kirk. What Sam Laporta's doing right now, TJ Hawkinson, he had that one game against Seattle. Go look at it. He had that one game against Seattle, and it's like he did not get the amount of targets that Laporta did.
Jared Goff in that beginning half of that season wasn't good. He was throwing ducks everywhere, but they was in shootouts too. He wasn't playing. He wasn't when Jared Goff was playing.
He was not bad. He was
the second half.
On a scale from 1 to 10, Trent, in that first half. Trent, on a scale from 1 to 10 in that first half, what are you putting Jared Goff? I need a number to gauge where you're
like how mid he was, and like how bad he was playing.
Yeah, like that first half, because you say he wasn't good.
6, 7.
A 7 is bad to you?
No, like wait, okay. I don't know. I like
first half of the year, 10 being amazing, 1 being the worst in the league. What was he playing at?
5.
First half, I kind of disagree with that, but nevertheless.
And in the second half, he was playing like an 8.
See, okay. Okay. I think it was more like because don't get me wrong, that game against New England really does hurt him a lot because he was horrible,
bro.
Like,
don't keep it a bean. Like these four quarterbacks have one thing in common: T-Law, Jordan Love, Jared Goff. At one point, they all had inconsistent halves for the season. Jordan Love had one this year, Trevor Lawrence had one last year, and Jared Goff had one last year. That's just what it is. They've all balled. Yes, bro.
I get why you're saying it. I just disagree because I don't think Jared Goff was as bad as you say he was that first half of the year. I think they were losing, and obviously when you 1-9, it's going to look worse than what it really is. Especially because the offense was, in my opinion, was doing their job. Other than the Patriots game, and I think there was another game where they only scored like 10 points or something. Like they just had a bad day. Other than them 2 games and that 1-9 start. So what's that? 10 games or 1-8, whatever they were. 1-7. I'm sorry, 1-7. So in the 8 games, 2 games you played bad, and the other ones you was playing good. Like I'm not gonna really criticize him that much. But back to Riddell, my reason for bringing that up is because to me, Kirk Cousins has been the same quarterback at the very least since they got Justin Jefferson. Since they traded Stephon Diggs and drafted Justin Jefferson that same year. I think the scheme changed, obviously, because they got Kevin McConnell in there. And we saw what that did, right? But Kirk Cousins has been the same guy, right? Same guy. Yeah. So I understand if you want to give him some love for this is probably the worst offense he's been on as far as personnel-wise. Sure, fine. I'll give you that love. Small sample size, but that's cool. But like the other 2 years, I would argue it's basically equal. Like as far as the weapons at his disposal, maybe not equal level of talent, but as far as production-wise, it's pretty relatively the same. I'll give you the better run game, but I think the Vikings have a better passing attack. So like that's why I don't understand why you think it's just like
this year.
No, I'm talking about overall,
overall,
a combined of the years. So that's why I'm kind of like. I don't understand how Jared Goff isn't in that tier. Personally, I don't. I personally don't.
Well, when it comes down to it, I get this will be the final thing I say about it too. If you want to argue that before this year, because this is like Jared Goff and Kirk's arguable best years of their career, arguably. In terms of what they've shown in terms of their capabilities. I mean, if you want to argue Goff's like Super Bowl run, I think this one showcased himself a little bit more. I think people are pretty confident to say that this is a better version of Jared Goff.
Yeah, facts. He's better.
So if this is the best version of Jared Goff, and I see someone who, in all intents and purposes, you could argue that Kirk Cousins, for those first 7-8 games, was playing the best football as a quarterback in the NFL. With arguably, I think you can 100% argue.
Why are we talking about Kirk and Jared Goff?
Why are you acting like you didn't just have a debate about Jason Campbell and Brandon Whedon and Andy Dalton?
No, I didn't have a debate about those guys. I kept trying to run away from that debate because I was just saying trash is trash. Y'all kept wanting to talk about it. Y'all kept wanting to bring it up. And I didn't want to talk about it at all because I thought they were all trash. Number one. Number two, we're talking about Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins. Gee, baby, for the love of God. Relax. Kirk is clearly better than Jared Goff. If he's on the Detroit Lions, I would put them over the edge. I would think that we would be a better version of himself. He's a more accurate passer. He's has a better arm, and I think he just gets more out of his receivers than what's his name, Jared Goff ever has, bro. It's not actually Jared
up here, though.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He does. Let's not do this Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins nonsense, huh? He clears him. Anything Jared Goff can do, no, anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do better.
That's Kirk Cousins. That's literally Kirk Cousins. That's literally Kirk Cousins and who he is. I do want to talk about.
I don't know about playoff performances.
The only reason you'll take Jared Goff over Kirk Cousins is because he's younger.
And facts. That's it. Yeah. But I want to talk about the Browns and how they're one of the bigger surprises this year because despite them literally having their quarterback and Nick Chubb being hurt for the whole year, they were still able to make the postseason this year. I think that's a very good surprise. So therefore, I want to ask y'all, how do we think about this Browns crew in the future, bro?
This coming season is by far a make or break season for Deshaun Watson.
I agree.
Was the past season not the same thing?
No, but he got hurt. And the second, he could have had a second half emergence, but he got hurt. Like all these other quarterbacks was having.
But if he gets hurt again,
if he gets hurt again, it's done.
Are you going to say the next year is a make or break?
If he gets hurt this year, it's done.
They're already cooked in my eyes because how much money he's making this year?
He getting that money on.
Plus. It's like plus.
So,
I don't know the exact number.
You're getting paid what, like 20, 30 mil?
20, 30.
His whole $250 million contract was guaranteed. I just don't know how much.
Yeah.
So he's getting paid all this X dollar amount. He's getting all this X dollar amount, and he's not even a top. He's not even a top 10 quarterback right now.
That's why I didn't like this contract.
I have a question for you.
Yes,
because this goes back to a conversation we had. And I don't want to get into a tangent. I have a question for you because I want to know where you at.
What?
If he doesn't perform, and he just
got to cook him
over it done, is he a draft bust?
Deshaun Watson a draft bust?
Yes. Is he? If that happens,
I look at his.
If he doesn't turn it around, and he falls, or he's basically what he's doing now, falling off the cliff. Because that's
anything you can say. He
got wouldn't you? I think.
Yes.
Draft bust is
it's a different. He's a draft bust if this doesn't work out. And there's
a draft bust is
draft bust is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think me personally, Trent, I would assume that I would assume that you would think he's a draft bust.
He had an argument that he was at one point he was a top 5 quarterback, so I don't think he's not.
For what, 1 or 2 seasons? That's it.
He was pretty in the beginning of his career. He was pretty damn good for.
He wasn't top 5 in his first year.
Maybe not his first year, but then he was pretty much after that. After that, he was top 10.
But I still think
he was top 10.
Performing. The underperforming is always performing.
To me, I wouldn't call him
Deshaun Watson
again. I wouldn't call.
I don't think he's a bust. No,
I wouldn't call him a bust. I would assume you would think he's a bust, though.
No, I don't think so.
Your logic's all over the place. Then
how?
That just doesn't make sense. How he's not a bust.
I think he's a bust because I just don't get this whole. The thing was, when they told
you've only had 3
about the contract, I was like, I had to ask myself. I was like, is this contract worse for the player?
Does that make him a draft bust?
You know what, though?
No.
Y'all might lean into that because in the contract too.
The problem is you pay him this much money, you have to expect that he's going to like ball out. He gets injured, right? That's fine. Like he gets injured, that's fine. If he doesn't have like a great season next season, it's over. I'm not. He's a bust.
But you know what? I'm
not gonna sit here and defend a dude who's like getting hurt.
But I kind of look at it weird.
Break the market.
I think it's weird.
But yet, we just said that we think Baker isn't a bust, right? Did we not?
I said he is. He can.
Trent thinks he's a bust. Trent thinks he's a bust.
Yeah.
And he thinks Goff is a bust too.
That is because
I said Goff. Whoa.
That is because Baker played.
You didn't hear me. You said what, DeBama?
Baker got the opportunity to play himself into being a bust. Deshaun Watson started off arguably started off rookie year top 10 quarterback, emerged to a top 5 quarterback the following season due to some unforeseen circumstances. BS. He gets hit with like 28 counts of grape, which is wild out the blue, all because
sexual misconduct, not grape, sexual misconduct, sir.
Whatever you want to call it.
Anyway, that's insane. He wasn't going through any of that. That's insane. Do not put that in the earth, please.
But what I'm saying is he magically requests a trade and then magically gets hit with all of that, bro. That's a mental like. If anything you say, you could say he got blackballed. He's like the top blackball player in the NFL. But
that's crazy.
Dog, his whole everything came from imagine people accusing you of something you never did, bro. And you got to sit here and take it, and everybody's still making jokes and shit. And you got to go out there and perform, not being able to play, bro. The league suspended him for a whole year just because they wanted to do like some PR shit, like. He was innocent, bro. Like, he didn't have to get suspended.
And then he gets hurt right after.
Exactly. So, I don't think y'all understand how fast, Trent, you know how fast the NFL is, bro. So, to go from not playing for a year or two, bro, then having to go out there without no real some camp or none of that.
He couldn't practice with the team either.
Exactly. So, you behind the 8 ball right there. This year was his first year to experience pretty much do all whatever he needed to do, bro. And
he
due
got
to
hurt
what
off the
the
rip.
what the
Hey, I
sport
got
of
a
the
question
game
for
is,
Dub.
bro. Yes, his body is not up to
Hey,
par
Dub,
to
do you
take all the
think-
hits throughout the season,
do
so
you
he
think
gets
Deshaun
hurt, bro. But he's
Watson-
not a bust.
Do
I
you think
agree.
what Deshaun Watson is going through? Like, do you think Deshaun Watson is going through like how you when you was talking about Dame on your TikTok, but it's to a worse degree?
The thing with Deshaun, Dame is way more in terms of like personal than Deshaun. I think Deshaun, it's like, think about it like this, Trent. I get blackballed to where I have to handle all these legal issues. I get into a new team that I have no reps with at all. I have no continuity at all. And I'm trying to figure this out as I go, and then I get hurt. Then the next season, I'm getting familiar with it, still learning this, and then I get hurt again. Like, Deshaun Watson has not had time to get acclimated to this Browns crew at all. So it's like, it's kind of tough for him. Dame is more personal. On top of him being acclimated to the Bucks, he's going through, I think him is way more personal than Deshaun Watson. I think some of the stuff that happened in the past with the legal troubles, he's probably getting over with it now. But the fact that he's not having time in to get reps in to get used to this Browns lineup is more of an issue than
I'm
that.
not trying to hear that. I'm not gonna lie. I seen what Joe Flacco did.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't. I don't want to hear that because Joe Flacco.
Hold on. Wait. Time out. Hey, the reason why I push back, Riddell. The reason why I push back. Joe Flacco came in. He's just playing. He's playing with house money. Like that's like he's just coming in and playing. If Joe Flacco decided to play bad for that rest of that season, who cares? He literally just came off the couch.
I don't even care if you say that. The point is, Deshaun Watson had technically like the end of last season, the entirety of this season, and obviously he's gonna have
entirety. Yeah, 6 games.
He's but he's there. I mean, I get he's injured, but he's there, so he definitely is acclimating. So he's the entirety of this season, and then the offseason come into next season. There's no more excuses, and I want everybody to keep in mind next year. Their free agency situation is actually not that bad. I think their best talent is still going to be on the team, and Nick Chubb will obviously be healthy, and he probably will be. He's one of the best, if not the best, running back in the NFL. But the year following that, they got to pay Nick Chubb. Mm-hmm. They got to pay Amari Cooper. That's when it starts, bro. It's next year's now or never. So Deshaun Watson,
yeah, he has to have it. He has to.
I think
next season, or the Browns are.
I think more of the calls. I think more of the issue is the contract. I think that's more of the issue. Why this is alarming.
I never liked the contract, and I've said this for years. This contract, and when this contract came out, I was not on the platform, but I said this. I said if he doesn't have if they putting this much money into Deshaun after everything he's gone through, they have to see something that I'm not seeing. And the way he's been playing and because he's been hurt, the money that you put into this dude, because keep in mind, this essentially broke the market. Because after he got this money, we saw all these other quarterbacks trying to say
they did break their market.
They were saying, if you're going to pay Deshaun Watson this much, yeah,
let's put numbers to it. Let's put numbers to it. It's 5 years. 5 years, $230 million, fully guaranteed. He's getting all of that.
Hey, so the other thing too.
Because they have to deserve that.
So I'm not gonna lie. If we keep it a buck, in fairness, even though it broke the market, let's be real. Obviously, we kind of assumed the suspension would be like 4 to 6, and then it went up to 11. But even once we heard the suspension was 11. Anybody who had some common sense knew Deshaun was not going to be regular Deshaun after not playing for 2 years, and you only come in with 6 games left in the season. Anybody knew he wasn't going to be Deshaun, and then he got hurt. But if we really keep it a buck, if the contract was the same, but 200 of it was guaranteed, as far as the 250 mil, nobody would have batted an eye. Like real talk, nobody would have batted an eye.
Wait, 200 million guaranteed?
If it was 5 years, because it was 5 year 250, right?
5 year 230.
Okay, so 5 year 230. So if it was 5 year 230, but like 170 of it was guaranteed, so I'll lower it because I thought it was 250. But if it was like 170 of it, 180 was guaranteed, ain't nobody would have batted an eye. For real. Ain't nobody would have batted an eye. Because if you look at the guaranteed, instead of going from 50 a year, you're bringing it down to what? 30 something a year? That's basically what, and at the time, If you a quarterback of who we thought Deshaun was, $30 million a year for you, by all means. Not a Geno, not a Daniel Jones, not a Derek Carr. For Deshaun at that time, if you making 35 plus mil a year, that's cool. Because I think the highest paid quarterback, I don't remember who the highest paid quarterback, but I think their salary was pretty much the same. It was Deshaun who broke it. That's what I'm saying.
For me,
to kind of give context, because I do think that's an interesting point. Joe Burrow is 5-year, $275 million, $219 million guaranteed. So I mean,
like you get the full like because a lot of those incentives really are based on results. Like if you get Super Bowls, if you get MVPs, you're gonna get them incentives because it's like, okay, we'll pay for that. That's why it broke the market. If he would have got the same contract but a less guarantee, I don't think anybody would have batted an eye. I honestly don't think it would have broke the market. Real talk. I don't think it would have broke the market.
It probably would have been easier for Lamar and Joe Burrow to get their contracts.
To get their contracts, yeah.
Well, I don't think Joe Burrow ever had a problem with his contract. Lamar for sure, but Joe Burrow, I think they
Lamar. The problem with Lamar was just the Ravens were stalling to pay him, and they weren't going to pay him what he wanted, and it got so bad that it got to a point where we thought that they were going to.
Lamar wanted Deshaun's contract.
Yeah, he will.
Which I mean. Yeah,
which I wasn't mad at the time.
I think if Deshaun Watson would have came back this year and balled, or like if the suspension wouldn't have been as long, because I think of Deshaun, because the thing about Deshaun, originally it was supposed to be like 6 games.
It was,
but he was still going to have the preseason. He was still going to be able to practice. Then it went up to 11, and then they said you can't practice with the team till week 8. And it's like, okay, well, you got 8 weeks where you can't be in team meetings. You can't be even on the scout team. You can't be on the field. Only workouts you can really do is by yourself. That's not team organized. Like, I don't care who you are. If Mahomes went 8 weeks without practicing with his team, his natural talent, it's still not going to be as good as the Mahomes we know.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, especially you coming off a year not playing. Like, even though I get, these are the professional athletes and these are guys who, are getting paid all these millions to play that. I don't care who you are, what level you play. Bama, Trent, if y'all take a year off of playing football and then try to go to D1 and go back to being who you was, and you can't practice with the team, you're gonna have a rough patch. Yeah. It's gonna take you a minute to get back in there. And then when you come back, all you're doing is getting injured. That's gonna mess with your psyche as well.
Yeah.
Like Deshaun Watson right now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who his sports psychologist is. But I know whoever it is got to be putting in overtime, because I can't personally imagine how you can go from all these accusations when you ask for a trade, because let's be real, the Texans were not putting him in a great position. Any other quarterback would have asked for a trade. So you go through all them allegations that you had. It comes back, you're not guilty, but you still gotta settle and all that. Then the NFL puts a suspension on you, even though you were found innocent because of a PR stunt. You come back and you weren't able to practice. You had a rough season. And then the next year when you finally get the full team, the OTAs and all that, you get hurt. That's going to be like the self-doubt must be.
No, like when you say it like that, I get it. It's just for me, I'm not, and here's my thing about it. I don't have a problem with Deshaun. That's not my beef. My beef is with the Browns because they put that much money into him. And now you look back on it and it's just like, was it worth guaranteeing him that much at the time when you looked at his past history? Like, I'm not mad at Deshaun because I get it. What he's been through in the past year has been hell on earth, and I'm not trying to say like anything about it, like what he's been through. My problem is the Browns saw this and they didn't really think like that there was stuff was going to come up from this, and they still gave him that money in the first place. And now you're looking at it now. And the Browns are probably, and going back to the question we were saying, if Deshaun Watson, for me, does not have a season where he is playing consistently and he's having a great season, the Browns are going to have to make choices when they have to get under the cap and have to get rid of a bunch of these players. And then that's going to be the harder part, because I wouldn't be mad about it if you guaranteed him this money and like, you look at it now, I'm just mad at the amount that they gave him, which caused the huge fallout with the market. Because it's like Deshaun, I still think Deshaun can play as a talented quarterback. That's not my problem. My problem is you gave him this much money to exceed this expectation, and he got hurt he got hurt like 6 weeks into the season, and then you just like now it's kind of like you got one more season to make or break it. I think that's just going to be too hard for the Browns, and I think if he doesn't like play like if he doesn't have like a really good season, I think the Browns are cooked.
I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. Hey, I didn't expect Deshaun Watson to be great when he came back. I agree with you, G baby. But then you had an offseason, then you had a preseason, and the Browns are arguably one of the most talented teams in football. So my expectations now, okay, it's time to ball. You don't got to be Deshaun yet, but it's time to ball. Everything happened, injuries, all that happened, whatever. He wasn't playing great, by the way. All things considered, he just wasn't playing great. Then we see Joe Flacco ball with everything that happened. Kevin Stefanski putting on a masterclass. Next year, you're going to have fully Nick Chubb. You're going to have all your stars. There's no excuse. And I only could feel so bad for Deshaun. Yeah, it's all that stuff sucks. I only could feel bad for you, but I only could feel bad for you to an extent. But you have $230 million in your pocket, guaranteed, man.
How old is Deshaun Watson? He's 28.
Yeah, he's 20. No, I think he's 29.
At this point, it's you got a ball with
he's
this.
28.
This is a great team, so it's time for you to ball. No excuses.
So then here's what I would say: if Deshaun Watson comes back next year and looks like Jared Goff, numbers wise, performance wise, leaning on the run game and all that, are we cool with that?
I'm cool with it.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, not gonna lie. At least Jared Goff, bro.
Hey,
come on now.
I want to know how y'all feel about this because Bill Belichick hasn't gotten hired yet. And it's kind of, honestly,
we about to get nasty, bro.
It's some bullcrap. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I think
I was about to say that noise me too.
I think Bill Belichick should definitely be hired right now.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I feel like people are trying to do this man Belichick dirty. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm sorry, because one, I hear a lot of people, oh, you ain't nothing without Tom Brady. A lot of these coaches ain't nothing without their quarterback. I hate that. Because look, the way we're talking about Andy Reid now, we wasn't talking about him until he got Mahomes. We wasn't talking about him like this until we got Mahomes. So I hate that. Second thing too, like, he's not even a coordinator game. Like, you really don't trust Bill Belichick to run a defense? Mike Vrabel to run a defense? What do you think Mike Vrabel was doing?
The fact that Mike Vrabel still isn't hired makes me want to. When I found out that they hired Arthur Smith, I almost smashed my fist in the wall because I don't get like how you'll hire him, but you won't get Mike Vrabel or Bill Belichick.
So from what I've been hearing is that the reason why Belichick couldn't get hired is because he wants too much control, and that's. I mean, to be fair to Belichick, he won 6 Super Bowls, so I mean, I get it.
And if you're trying to be a head coach, you got to have some type of control over your team.
No, he wants all the control. He wants to bring in all his guys. He wants a lot of control.
Well, most head coaches, when they get hired, they get to choose who they hire.
Oh no, and these teams don't want those guys. That's the problem. He's like, I don't want Josh McDaniels. I don't want Matt Patricia. I don't want those guys. And the weird thing about the Vrabel one is, so the rumor is the reason why maybe certain owners are not hiring him is because he's too intimidating as a guy. He said so apparently someone reported say that when they met with Vrabel in an interview, he was just too of a like intimidating man. Too like he's big, kind of threatening, so they didn't want to hire him. That's legit what some rumors are right now on why Vrabel's
that's the pussyfied generation, bro. That's coming up, and I hate that nonsense, bro. You're afraid of man. You're afraid of a man's presence. Are you drunk? That's crazy to me. Are you serious? Is that true?
This sounds like one of the rumors. Yeah. This sounds like one of them things they do. Oh wow. That sounds like one of them things they do where they. Sorry, I keep seeing stuff that's throwing me off. This is one of them rumors they do when they throw some stuff out there to make the guy they look bad, to make the guy that probably should have been hired in a lot of people's eyes look bad, so they can justify why we didn't hire him. Like they do it in WWE all the time. For those of you who know, they throw out the rumors about Sasha Banks always being difficult to work with, or all these guys. Difficult to work with, so that when they release them, it's like, well, they were difficult to work with, when it's really not the case. This definitely sounds like a Mike Vrabel situation.
Yeah, Dub, I put the article in the private chat.
Oh, and Belichick, I'm sorry, I get his last couple of years in New England were trash, and I understand anybody else that would have put Matt Patricia as OC would have been fired immediately. But like, let's not do Bill Belichick like that, because even amidst all that turmoil, he got J.C. Jackson paid. He's getting all these corners throughout the years, even corners that you could say now probably were overrated, like a Malcolm Butler and stuff. Got them paid. He's always, even without Brady, is always putting defenses together.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he's not on anybody's defensive staff, I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked Harbaugh didn't put him on his staff.
A defensive.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be.
Yeah, Bill Belichick is not. Yeah, Bill Belichick is not
if
trying to be just a
he's not
defense.
trying to be
But either him or Vrabel.
Yo, speaking
I
of
would have
defensive
rather
coordinator,
taken Vrabel.
hey, speaking of defensive coordinators, Rex Ryan interviewed for the Dallas Cowboys defense.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention
Oh,
that.
nah.
Yeah,
I gotta say this.
Rex
about the
Ryan might
Cowboys.
be on a
This
Cowboy,
I
man.
got flooded with this. I
No
posted
way.
something. I
guess.
to Rex.
I
got posted something. Saw something on TikTok where there was some dude talking about how Jerry Jones. This isn't on him, because the fact that Jerry Jones is still able to keep this team in the same position that they've been is with satisfaction. This is my thing, right? And I've said this before, and I will breathe this till the day I die. The reason why Dallas isn't succeeding right now is for multiple factors. But if we're trying to put it on one person, especially, it's Jones. He's refusing to change the system in order for the Cowboys to become successful. I feel like after you get beat up by the 7 seed, you should start to have some questions. But no, you want to bring back Mike McCarthy. You don't want to change anything with your system. Hell, Dak's probably going to start again next year, which I don't think is the move. My problem is with this whole thing with the Cowboys is this. If you guys are honestly going to look at me next year, because this is what I'm going to hate. We're going to come back next year, and we're all going to hear this thing about how the Cowboys are this team and how they look so good. I'm done believing Cowboys hype until Jerry Jones goes, because every year it's just going to be the same old story. And for people who are saying that for saying that the Cowboys will be different, you're not even watching the games. Because if you watch how they've played, especially in that playoff game, how bad it was, like, I don't understand how you still sit there and justify that this team could still be good. Because they had years where it's like the years, like they've had years, they've had a great team and they sell. And it's because they refuse to change the system and be able to make the right moves necessity for their team to be able to succeed. And that's what I hate about it. Because if you want to sit there and say, you know what, Dak and all this, and you want to say that Dak can still be that guy, fine. I'm not going to have a problem. But I'm just saying, if you're going to have another season where you go, like I go win 11 games and still get blown out in a divisional, and then you ask yourself what the reason is why y'all aren't winning, don't get mad at me, because y'all just going to disappoint yourselves. But I digress.
They did provide the most comical moment of the playoffs. Jimmy Johnson up there trying to make them
give a pep talk. Yeah, you know it's bad when Jimmy Johnson,
bro, like,
he can't
just
hear
watching
you.
TV.
He can't. They can't hear you, gang. It's just. I'm not going to. And this is my thing. Let me say this, and then Riddell, you can go. I got nothing wrong with the Cowboys, right? I just hate this thing where I said this on TikTok, where I said I didn't trust the Cowboys, and Cowboys fans want to blow up my phone and tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When you look at Dallas every year, right? They always look like they have the best team in the world. And to be honest, when we look at the team this season, this team they were decent. They were pretty good. You know, CD was playing well. You know, Tony Pollard, I know people dragged him. They dragged him a lot, but you know, he had his stretch. Yeah. But you people were dragging him, but you could talk about it. You know, Dak was playing at an MVP level for a stretch, and you still lose. So at the end of the day, like, if you want the Cowboys to change, like, you got to ask yourself, who's the man? The Jerry Jones got to go, but he's not going to go until he dies. So, I mean, until that happens, y'all aren't winning a Super Bowl as long as y'all live, because y'all refuse to change your system. But that's it. That's all I got to say.
Facts. That star is a curse, man. But another interesting coordinator situation, someone mentioned it in the chat. I don't know if some of y'all heard it. I think I told Trent earlier today. The fact that Eric Bieniemy went back to Kansas City during the playoffs before the AFC Championship game, and apparently was kind of helping the offense is crazy. He was like, he realized
he's in Kansas City right now?
He's in Kansas City right now with that team.
Who?
Bro,
oh, no.
Eric Bieniemy
they gave Matt Nagy the
right
hosting for 1 year, and said, "EB, come on back, gang. Come on back, gang."
Bro, Matt Nagy's not it, but it's hilarious, bro.
Bro, they had Matt Nagy for one season.
Get a job.
They got Matt. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. EB at this point, gang, ain't nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Like, I don't know what else you need to get a job. Get it. Like, you got the coordinator, but then they changed GM. So like, that's obviously gonna clean house. But like EB, let's be real. I get people want to go with the younger guy. Everybody wants to find the next Sean McVay, the next Kyle Shanahan. Remind you, everybody. Sometimes people forget, maybe not y'all, but Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniels, and Matt LaFleur were all on one staff at the same time. They were all on one staff at the same time. 2013 Washington Redskins. So like, I get it. You feel me? But like Dave Canales,
we didn't even hear him.
But like Dave Canales, game. No disrespect, but like,
yeah, it's just
over Vrabel.
At this point, it's an EB situation, bro. We didn't even hear him getting interviews. We at least heard Bobby Slovic getting interviews, Ben Johnson getting interviews. Bro, we heard Brian Johnson getting interviews, and the Eagles offensive coordinator, we all think is terrible.
Brian Johnson was the Rooney Rule. I think Brian Johnson was dead the Rooney Rule. Because there's no way. Because there's no way. Wait, is Brian Johnson on the staff? Let me find that out. If Brian Johnson's on the staff,
no,
Bieniemy's not.
Oh, is he on the staff? I don't know.
Is he on A staff? A staff. I don't care what staff. Is he on A staff?
It better not be, bro. Not gonna lie. Bieniemy's cooked, bro. I don't know what he did, but he's cooked. Going back to the Chiefs. That's all you can do.
Yeah. I don't think he is.
Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and head out. We've hit our 2-hour mark. Y'all like the video, subscribe, comment, leave a comment if you're watching later. Hey,
y'all slide. Oh, I was gonna say y'all slide through my channel, going live in literally 30 minutes. College football, you got to tap in.
And get you some Players' Choice merch, man. We will be here next Monday. In case you missed it, just know there's no way the NFL is going to let the 49ers stop Travis Kelce from proposing to Taylor Swift in the middle of the Super Bowl.
Why do you think
after he wins Super Bowl MVP? Y'all be easy.
I'm okay with it.
We will catch y'all next time.
I will slam my fist on the wall. I
won't. I'll be laughing.